It's FaZe! aBeZy passed to the side, which one to attack? That's now 6, makes it 7, absolutely rips him.
He takes down that 1v1, he's gonna be able to win it.
Now Cellium's on a 5 spree. Cellium sealed the deal!
Arcitys finds 1, Arcitys finds 2.
aBeZy, how interesting on 5 in a row. This streak could be huge.
It all starts with Simp.
Oh my god! The young god now brings it to a 1v1. Simp versus Crim, and he's got the clutch.
LAG setting things up. It may all be over now. Whoa, son.
They got them in the blender. The back spawn. Spectators saw each other. He gets the call out.
No one's close. Roll the music. Now seems flowing. Truly like water, my friend. Trying to hold these players back, and I'll tell you what, mate, stack it up.
Did you see
anything in his way seemingly destroyed? Oh, come on. Absolutely rips him. Oh, what a turning bird that was. But that is that. LAG out of bloody nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's grand final time here at the Major. It's been a long 4 days, but finally we come to this. 12 teams entered Minnesota, and 10 of them have been measured, they've been weighed, and have been found wanting. What is left, though, is the best of the best, and they have one more step on their journey to glory. One more opportunity to grab the championship here at the Major. And I'll tell you something, crowd, how are we feeling today? That's what I like to see, a little bit of energy in the room. A little bit of energy, because they're going to need every part of this, because it all matters in a best of 9. Everything comes down to one more game on the main stage, and I guess it's time then. Introducing first to the stage, they're world champions. They're the most dominant team in CDL history. They're dressed in red. Welcome, Atlanta FaZe!
Makes it 3. Taken down 1 by 1. Last man standing. Oh! It's real early. aBeZy waiting to pounce. There's the next. Giving the last point for him. Waiting for his demise. And there it is. Look at the minimap. FaZe are in. It's the guts. It's the glory. It's the championship for FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe's Cellium! Atlanta FaZe's Simp! Welcome to the stage, it's aBeZy! Last but not least, it's Arcitys! Ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta FaZe!
And some teams this weekend have just seemed to be a little bit compromised. But the boys on that stage, the Atlanta FaZe, are unfazed heading into this grand final.
And when it comes to the reigning world champions, they're looking to grab their first trophy this year, Bryce.
Well, that is a very dominant team on one side of the stage. We're going up against them. They've never been in a grand final before in the CDL. It is the Cinderella story. They've came here with a substitute. It's hoods up, it's lights out, it's the LA Guerrillas! LA Guerrillas' very own, it's Slasher! Joining him on the stage, aBeZy! Changing the meta, it's time for Spark! Rounding out the roster, it's Huke! Ladies and gentlemen, LAG!
Take a look at Huke on the left side of your screen. That's a cold-blooded assassin. And you know what? It's not about what the name of your team is, because this squad right here, they're here to shatter the mold. They don't care about your expectations or the storylines. They want to grab that shit for the first time for this squad. Let's go ahead and get this grand final started.
Oh, it's time. The winds of fate are not yet ridden, but they will be in just a short while. Over to two of my very favorite people to kick this one off. It's Miles and Chance.
Thank you so much, Brycey. Wow, what a grand final we're in for ourselves here, friends. Never before have we seen a more clear-cut underdog with more fans in the crowd than I think we expected. What a week this has been, and one way to finish it out, man. This is going to be something.
And I'm not here for finality yet, but a conversation that needs to be had is some of the greatest losers bracket runs of all time. I'm thinking Hunter Thieves at Black Ops 4 from losers round 1. They got all the way to second place, made it to the grand finals. They had Slasher on that team, and funnily enough, it was the Tiny Terrors and Arcitys that he was going against. But not just that one, all the way back to CWL Seattle, way back in the day. Again, Slasher's team from top 24 to winning the entire thing with Rise Nation. Slasher is here once again. From losers round 1, he's found his spot in the finals. It could be the greatest of all time.
He's done it once before, he could possibly do it again. But here we go, friends. Laying out our maps and modes now in our Major 2 final, presented by Mountain Dew, and it is going to be a marathon, Chance.
I mean, you know, the benefit you get from coming to winners is you get to ban a whole entire map, but funny enough, it actually works out perfectly for Atlanta in this series. Berlin is almost always their auto veto, and well, that has been LAG's #1 hard point map. So FaZe, I mean, they'll take the winner's bracket advantage, so that is what they'll get.
Maps and modes done there. We're going to now take a look at our Mountain Dew featured player, and surprise, surprise, the player who has literally turned the league on its head, has defined the meta, has changed the way we do things, at least for this very weekend. It's that man on your screen. It is Spark. We'll keep a close eye on him throughout the entire of the series, and what an unbelievable debut land performance the young man has had. Chris Cervantes has absolutely turned the league inside out.
I mean, literally leading his team right now in KD. He has been a machine, and throughout the major, sort of dead even across the board, like always towards the top half. But that 1.2 he has in Search and Destroy, right now the Guerrillas are in the middle of a 7-game winning streak in that game mode. If I'm looking at this head-to-head matchup, FaZe right now might be the best hardpoint team in the game. If you do not count their series against OpTic, they have a record of 22-4. Woo. I mean, they are nearly untouchable. So if I'm thinking for the Guerrillas, you're looking at the yes-indeeds to take them down.
We'll see if they can get that one done. Of course, Control both maps will be making an appearance throughout this best of 9. It is going to be a marathon, friends. I hope you're comfortable wherever you are in the world. We thank you for tuning in. It's been one hell of a week. To the fans over in Europe, thank you. We know it's a late one, and it is going to go deep into the night if the LAG players can have their way. Map number 1 now, Kuavo, as we load into our first hardpoint of many here in the finals.
And if you are the LA Guerrillas, you need to take full advantage of the fact that you have the hot hand, that you are coming off of a few series played. And for FaZe, I mean, there's no one left to scrim. I don't know if they're playing 2v2 hard points in the back or watching kitten videos, but whatever the case may be, Guerrillas gotta strike while the iron's hot.
The Guerrillas have certainly had their fair share of matches today. Atlanta FaZe were indeed on TikTok watching puppies and kittens, so we'll see if they can bring that furry fun to this matchup already. Straight into the hard point we go here on Kuavo. First in, going to be FaZe. Kills going their way with Slasher, the Mad Titan, looking to find some retribution. He is one of those players who for many, many years, so many folks have held him in such high regard, and here we go. We find him in a finals for the first time in a long time.
And this is the perfect way for FaZe just to suck all of that momentum away straight away. Perfect P1 so far, but you see LAG at least trying to flip those spawns, but it looks like a very difficult road to get towards P1. Cellium posted up inside, and that is a heady he is prepared for. But here's the flank coming in from a Simp, looking for a second, but he gets caught. No spawn flips. FaZe remain perfect.
Yep. Simp gets overwhelmed there, trying to make the flank happen. Over towards P2 now inside the ship. You can see up top, it's been a nice hold out of Atlanta FaZe. Not quite perfect, but damn near close. 60 seconds is what you can get in P1 there, and they get themselves 49. LAG now. With rotation down, they should be able to get something out of this one. Open a spot for a brief moment, immediately dropped. It's FaZe right on the point.
First mistake of the game. FaZe give up those back spawns. That is an opportunity for LAG, but of course, they're not actually soaking up this hard point time just yet, but a couple kills go their way. There's number 3, there's the wipe, and you get the spawns. Talk about a moment Guerrillas needed. This game was looking grim right off the rip, but now you can start trying to chain these hills together.
35 seconds remaining here on P2. You can see the LAG players try to hold this one down. Kills going around. You can see that minimap, all those red arrows, that's Atlanta FaZe trying to make their way towards the center of the map. But number 4, Arcitys, he's the man. He's going towards the next hard point. That's the play right now for FaZe. Don't worry about this time. You set yourselves up great. And Asim, good awareness. Here comes the fight though. Can Asim live? No, he cannot. Arcitys wins it. The next hard point in the hands of FaZe.
The man who says, fine, I will do it myself. Arcitys taking the routes to go on rotation, and admittedly, he's not actually blocking those spawns just yet. And fun enough, LAG still getting spawns in the back, so it'll be a quick run over towards this hill, but obviously FaZe, they're happy to hold this from the front. That means an easy rotation potentially later on. LAG right now, the pressure is absolutely on.
Desperately trying to now make their way forward. Before the match started, I managed to bump into aBeZy in the corridor. I said, how you feeling, mate? And he was like, I'm feeling great. I'm going to be running the Volk. And I can tell you what, I don't think we're going to see too much Volk after this competition. The discussions are already being had. Here comes Slasher, though, on the 5 spree. Looking to break the hard point wide open. Unfortunate timing as the man himself, aBeZy, brings him down. Arcitys on the point. Another great kill going the way of FaZe. A 5 now for Arcitys, and time still ticking in FaZe's favor.
This might be where things start to spiral. I mean, FaZe, they make one mistake early on. Other than that, this game has been pretty much perfect. Holding the spawns from the front, winning the rotation because they get the back spawns, and holding the hill this entire time. The soaker of a squad, and well, Arcitys, of course it is him, posted up in the back in the perfect prime position to make sure his team wins this rotation. It is already a 70-point lead. This is another money hill we are going into. Already desperation time for the Guerrillas, but maybe an opening to push through cliff.
They don't know how many players are up at this point in time, so forward you go with your LAG. You had the advantage for a moment. Asim trying to get involved. He's having a rough game at 4 and 12 on the other side of the board. Simp in the hard point currently 4 and 10 for the great Wonder Kid. We'll see if these players can pick up the kills department, but for now, it is all about the time. The one thing we all wish we had more of, and Atlanta FaZe got plenty of it so far.
And Slasher now blocking those spawns, so LAG, they need to get this break, because if they don't, they will end up in the spawn trap. It's what Atlanta FaZe love to set up, but they at least get the kills, and the break is on, and you take away that money hill. Guerrillas trying to get back in the swing of things.
Guerrillas, it's a sweet spot to be in. You can have some hard point time. Now they're making their way across map over towards the last hard point in the set, P5, over where Cellium is right now. Let's see what FaZe can do. They're in the driver's seat with a quick listen in.
Oh, jump down? Yeah, propane weak. Yeah, propane weak. No, this one is short. Yeah, I spawned cliff again. I spawned cliff, yeah. I'll see propane. Give me back right hill. I'm trying to watch your mid right now. I'm trying to watch your mid right now. I'm looking at top range. I'm helping you out time. I'm looking for safe. Back hill. That's Ace. Ace on that. You take that. They have one time. I need help. Watch one near you. That's what they're doing. He's just holding. He's just holding. I think this one's short. Nading you. Might be short ones. Might be short ones. First one. Yeah, first one. Guys. Come on, your mid. I got native, boys. I got native. I'm picking up your bottom board. Yeah, they're in the back. Okay. Come on, me. Bottom on me. I'm saying that. Yo, I'm getting native. I can go.
And right there, a masterclass of comms from Arcitys. I mean, reading every single spawn to perfection, keeping track of players and orchestrating his team, telling him what to look at. But while the comms were great, LAG at least able to make the break over towards P5. But if I'm thinking about that rotation, we talk about money hills on this map. P1 is in that category in FaZe. That's a couple kills in their favor. That is the setup they will have early on towards Ring. And Slasher might be taking routes, but that's the flip spawns the wrong direction. It is an 80-point game already. Guerrillas gotta go.
Guerrillas gotta go. Let's see if they can get them in game, and let's see if we can hear them do it in a listening.
There's their ramp. I need it over. Top P4. Their ramp out like top P4 cell. Yeah, I'm trying to work a pinch, bro.
Another one there on the right, bro.
One guy's top P4. Back on you. Once we can time their side. I got one. Another one gonna be on me. I like absolutely. One shot their mid-steps. It was Alex.
Anytime I do.
Each out our Arcitys.
There's three now, guys.
Got one.
Like one more now?
Found the shit.
Or two more now.
We gotta try to break this.
Yeah, we got two.
Alex, child, dead.
I'm watching top.
One low boat. Try to get this guy hold. Okay. Get that hold. Get that hold. Alright, we can bring this shit back. We just need to get this hold.
Beat on.
Yeah, he's on time. On old time Simp.
Okay,
I'm gonna need help here. I heard you.
Morale seems to be high despite the scoreline being quite so disparate right at this moment for LAG. We'll see if they can't find something special here. Next set of hard points up, and my word, chance on that FaZe certainly came to play here in the finals.
I mean, they're playing it about as well as you could expect them to. Nearly every single rotation has been perfect. Again, maybe one mistake, but outside of that, sheer and utter dominance in the game mode. They have a 7-4 record on this map, but if you don't count the matches where they lost to OpTic, 7-1 against everybody else. So Gavutu is their home. They love to be here. Guerrillas at least able to fight and get away from that 100-point club, but you're thinking about routes in rotation. Cellium already ahead of the game, and if you got a 100-point lead, you can afford to play the long game.
Hey, but as we say here in Call of Duty, it is literally never over until it's over. Hard point number 2 still now in this set, coming to a close. You can see the boys of LAG holding on to it, trying to fight for that time. LA is going to be Atlanta FaZe, aBeZy, watching these players now making their way across map. Over towards that P3, once again towards the beach. Top right-hand side of the map, that's the next target, and it's aBeZy now in and behind the lines of the LAG players. There's only a seam left, and he's been taken care of. That's the cleanup, and this hard point could be the last.
We already heard the comments from FaZe. We know they're on point with keeping track of players. They had the setup and the pinch written down in advance, and well, now you get the clearance back to P3. They held it once from the front, now you do it from the back, and players pushed out beach, players inside the hill. The nade not connecting, soaking all of this time. FaZe looking to win this game here.
Slasher has to try to get it done on his own, and he can't. Here comes the time once again. Big wins out of Huke now. Top ringside, trying to apply the pressure, trying to get forward, but there's no one to be found. Cellium jumps out of nowhere, cleans up 2. The members of LAG now scrambling to get closer to the point. 5 seconds for the win here in game number 1, and it is looked to be all FaZe all day. They start the series off with a bang. And it was a wonderfully decisive opener chance. Gavutu barely lasted a minute.
I mean, a best of 9 will be a marathon, but that is a very quick way to try to kill any momentum LAG were able to build. I mean, a dominant map number 1. No sweat, no stress, no problems for Atlanta. On the flip side, if I'm Guerrillas, I'm going to this series saying, hey, look, I mean, FaZe have been nearly untouchable in hardpoint unless they're going against OpTic. The S&Ds is where they need to be focused on, but I mean, just to look at the scoreboard, double positive from Cellium, everybody putting in work, nearly every single rotation is in. 2 minutes inside of the hard point for aBeZy. He's happy to use the Volt too.
We saw a brief moment there between a little exchange between Slasher and Asim, and again, it was a sort of a face of calm, but very, real frustration of like, hey man, what can we do? They had us from start to finish there. There's not a whole lot we can handle in that situation, but these players have been through hell to get here. They just have to keep on going. And that one map down, a look across the highlights, Atlanta FaZe, again, from start to finish. They may not have just come out of a nail-biter loser's bracket run, but they've already found themselves looking pretty squeaky clean so far.
And they want that shield. They don't want Cinderella to get to that ball. They are having a blast of a time. And I mean, these players, this is their home, right? Like, the tournament doesn't start for these guys until they get to the grand finals. I think for Simp, TacRag tweeted out the stat. It's like 21 tournaments he has had as a pro player. Made his debut back in CW London. Of those 21 tournaments, he's in the grand final 16 times. Atlanta FaZe as an organization, I mean, live in these moments. So no stranger, and whether or not your back is turned, FaZe, well, they'll be able to shoot you front or back.
This guy, fantastic. Well, there we go. Map number 1 comes to a swift and very deft close. Mate, it was strictly business for Atlanta FaZe. As soon as they get 3-0, they get taken out earlier in the tournament. After that, bang, smacking red hands across the cheeks of nearly everyone here in the competition. I ain't talking about the FaZe's friends. This is going to be a good one, though, mate. Again, a best of 9 is first of 5 for these two teams. And again, for Atlanta FaZe, I know they're feeling confident. They're obviously feeling great about all this chance, but anything can happen right now.
In the pathway, in my mind, for success for the Guerrillas is, one, trying to win basically every single search and destroy. Much easier said than done. But Bocage with Spark, they have had success in that Gavutu control. It's nice for them that it's early, because that is FaZe, honestly, probably their worst respawn map. Maybe outside of the Berlin hardpoint, but at least for the series that we're dealing with, This is the opportunity, I think, for LAG to get a couple maps on board. By no means will it be easy. If you're on a map like Bocage, aBeZy is the first blood king, so he's probably that primary man you're looking to shut down, but they've had a bit of success. You got guys like Spark that's picking up bloods as well, and now that LAG has had quite a few repetitions on this map, the game plan gets a little bit easier as you go.
Coach Bevel's on the side of LAG, on the other side of the board for Atlanta FaZe. Coach Tupac Thuglord now passing on their words of wisdom going into the search and destroy. Atlanta FaZe coming with their own S&D specialist when it comes to the game mode. Gesticulating his way now into their heads as they will now deliver upon LAG. Such unholy fury. We'll see though, gonna get for the boys. Search and destroy, it's a little hit and miss for everyone right now in the league.
Well, this is also Atlanta FaZe's least played S&D map. Bocage, they only have a record of 1-1, and keep in mind there's also that new bomb site change, so we don't know exactly how much work these guys have put in, probably quite a bit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And certainly Tupac is taking care of that for this squad, but again, these early couple maps are at least the next 2 or 3. I think an opportunity for LAG to at least try to get back in the swing of things, but you start going down a couple maps early, FaZe, they might just run away with it.
Yeah, FaZe are a team with such incredible resolve. I mean, one of the more tenacious squads here in the league. But again, I wouldn't count out LAG, mate. Spark has been an absolute superstar substitute for the squad who's done amazing things to get them this far. And hey, man, you cannot be disappointed whatsoever. Making it to a grand final here in Major 2 when everyone had written you off at the start of this week. The Cinderella story may not be over just yet, but I don't want to say that FaZe are the ugly sisters. That's not the case, is it?
No comment. I will say, though, again, those stats for Atlanta FaZe, yes, you see a couple of firsts, but not a quite wide breadth of maps that they've played. We've only seen it twice, so who really knows? And obviously LAG, you talk about how a couple teams have been a little bit inconsistent or almost across the league. Well, Guerrillas have won 7 in a row. And the style of S&D that Slasher loves to play is almost required when you have a sub. Slow everything down, play for picks, feel out the round, and make sure your comms are good to try to make these reads. No first bloods just yet. A bunch of utility getting disparaged, and Arcitys, funnily enough, he is going to be the most aggressive player on the map, playing a nice corner outside HUD.
A little bit of a rattle of gunfire across it. Bocage, you see with the first blood traded out immediately. That's Slasher, the player we were talking about. Typically, whoa, hello, Huke. I'm pretty sure Arcitys was hurt, but what a snap. Cell finds 1, now it becomes a 2v2. There's 50 seconds now on the clock. Cellium's gonna back on up. LAG have to recover the bomb, and it may come down to Spa, our Mountain Dew featured player. Tags are in, Simp from atop the tank. Bomb recovered, the game plan's on.
And Cell, you know he loves his nerd spots. He has got a great angle over towards this A bomb site, and that's where you're leaning. Huke needs to be careful. That bomb plan spot might be exactly where he needs to stay. Spot ready for the gunny, takes it to him, advantage LAG.
Not only the kill, but also the plant. Simp now in the 1v2, has to take care of both of these players and defuse the bomb. Eyes on 1, now things get interesting. 1v1 now, Huke up. Will he be able to pounce fast enough? Here's a little bit of noise. Huke's now on the hunt, trying to find him, and out we go. And for Simp now, it's just to take a little look towards the bomb site. Will he see anything? Will Huke be able to catch him out now as the dance of death? The do-si-do! Simp manages to nail the 1v2.
I mean, he was right behind him. Simp just jukes him out of his shoes, and instant 1v2, 3 kills for Simp. What a way to start.
He had dead silence popped, manages to smash his way through those doors on the bottom side of Granny's with absolute no worry of being heard there by Huke. Wicked play out of Simp.
And one small mistake, and immediately you drop it again. I mean, there is no shock. This is no surprise, not difficult analysis. You cannot afford to make mistakes against this team. Sparks set him up, but then Simp knocked it down. First round for FaZe. Looking to continue that. And, I mean, I guess 0 for 1 for aBeZy for the first blood battles, but still get that round 1. He will not be afraid in the future.
Even with that bomb change being very recent in the minds of the Call of Duty players, I mean, this has been a lot of homework done. We're starting to learn player tendencies. That spot by the backside of the A-bomb site, not as safe as it has been, but here we go. Asim trying to bring the gunfights up close. Wood panels getting blasted all over the place. Bullets and splinters finding themselves there. Tags in from Huke. Pressure towards the A-bomb site now for Atlanta FaZe. Back over to Spark. Shoes on the other foot now. Will it be a glass slipper as they continue to push this wonderful story into the night?
Got to go fast to see him on the flank. He's got a teammate to help him out, and they're going for the swarm. But you see that bomb is going to be planted, and they get that down for free. But there's the free first blood. You have the advantage.
Post-plant position now for Atlanta FaZe. A slight scramble. You've got yourself Simp now on the inside of the map towards Hut, watching anyone make their way through. Spark, the closest player now for LAG towards the bomb site. He's got to take care of Arcitys. He's going to be up next.
And Simp's on the move. He's actually timing this flank perfectly. He reflanks the flank. There's the next one. Has the information on Spark, but he does get gunned. And now Arcitys in 1v3.
1v3, manages to get a 1v2. Out he goes, flying into the fight. Oh my word! As Huke manages to clutch up. Nice bounce back round after losing the 1v2 to Simp just a moment ago. But for Arcitys, woohoo! He nearly did it.
That is terrifying. You have a main AR that is now the primary bomb planter that's pulling out the MP40. When he's making plays, I mean, there's no one else that does it like him. Granted, he doesn't get that third, but he makes it close. And I suppose for LAG, typical couple gunfights, right? Huke wins his one. I mean, he seems like he is shredding, at least on this Bocage.
Yeah, he's feeling a lot good. He's had a wonderful tournament so far. Offensive round for LAG now. We'll tie up 1-1 here on the cage. 3 kills thus far for Huke, currently on a 2 spree. Stuns are out. Vast majority of the tacticals now exhausted over towards the A side of the map. Lethals though, from aBeZy gets one. Oh my, what a shot from a Simp.
The beamer is there, headshot coming through, 3 versus 3 to even up the odds. First blood's almost irrelevant seemingly so far, and Slasher gets the next one on Cell, catches him before he can get to that tank. Advantage LAG, still gotta take their time.
It's a 3v2. Spark making his way forward. The B-bomb site will be the target of choice as they rampage down the river. Up and about now, trying to secure power positions, cover the angles, allow a team to get that bomb down. And here comes Simp, the pincer now, the terrors to converge on the bomb site. And their timing, it will be immaculate. Simp with the first, Spark with the trades. aBeZy though, the sneak is on, and here he goes. Will he find anyone here? Is a vacant site. The shots are there. The timing was nearly perfect. But I think the terrors ticked somewhat out of sync there, and that is a wonderful round of win for LAG.
Nice round, making use of that advantage, and just the gunny, the slide into it for a seam. He's making little plays like that all day long, especially so in this game mode. I mean, running circles around teams on Berlin, bringing the gunny on Bocage. And LAG, I mean, again, S&D, if you've won 7 in a row, this is your window of opportunity to try to take FaZe down. Small advantage for the moment, but you know it's going to be a battle.
2-man hit towards A now. There come the lethals and tacticals. Nice shots from Cellium, who cuts him down immediately. Spark looking for the bounce back. He's got himself a lot of coverage towards that top side of Grandma's. It's a real power position here on the tiny Bocage, but for now, FaZe, standard setup inside a barn, looking to find at least one opening. Howdy doody. Great shots from aSeam. Gets out with his life.
Yeah, he's feeling the pressure. You're just looking for the pick, but he can't get it. aBeZy wins the fight. All of a sudden, a 1 versus 4 for Thanos. But too many players to deal with. I mean, this bomb's going to go down as soon as you shoot. You're just going to get pounced on. He's got a gun, 7 of them, and Cellium instantly wins the gunfight. I think that might be the first round where the team that gets the first blood actually delivers. And I almost in disbelief that aBeZy is able to win that gunfight on aSeam. I don't know how he manages to do it, but he does it all the time. Atlanta, even up the odds.
It's crazy to say that. We can't imagine how he does it, but he seemingly does it all the time, turning the impossible into the possible on a regular basis. The miracle maker aBeZy. For Slasher, strictly business. 2-2 still here on Bocage.
And once again, it's the same sort of style, right? LAG, I mean, almost every single map, it'll be the same thing. We've seen Spartan many a times going for that, but right there, Atlanta, no one up top. Cellium with that deep
he's
spot.
there!
Shots coming through, but a difficult one to win. Still playing for picks and a bit of utility. aSeam gets spotted, but away with his life. Guerrillas, it looks like they might be leaning a little bit towards B, but still a minute on the clock. You can still take your time.
FaZe on a much deeper defense here, so they're not able to sort of jump out and find those picks. They have to basically let LAG come to them. Oh, hello. Arcitys has been taken clean care of there by aSeam. The first blood, 5 and 3 overall. Close towards the bomb site he goes now as he walks the tightrope of the fence line here. Cellium, though, still atop his tank. Manages to level the playing field, 3v3.
No one better at staring through bushes than Cellium. He will win that every day of the week. And again, evening those odds, but a bunch of players in delicate positions. I mean, you're waiting for someone just to make a small mistake, but by the looks of it, Cellium knows there's a player up top. Huke is taking gunfights, but he gets away. Spark goes in the back, and Slasher wins another one. Picks on picks, and Simp in a 1v3.
Simp has got his boots on, and he's gone, friends. Out he goes. Oh, the timing there. He got spotted, so now the flank's up. All those arrows of Los Angeles Guerrillas now turn to face their sole attacker. Arguably the greatest player in the world here in Call of Duty. What can he do against 3 players with a hot hand with less than 30 seconds on the clock?
Absolutely nothing. It's too good of a setup, too many spots where you check the bomb from it, too many corners. LAG deliver. Slasher goes massive that round, able to pick up a couple different kills. And honestly, I don't even know where he was finding them from, but obviously they had the intel on where Cellium is, and they are taking their time with that round. Even for that first blood for the players that get up top, again, you have Spart effectively trying to clear it out with the wall bangs, and then you take your time, you get someone to break that front wall and get a cheeky little first blood. So LAG, they are patient, and using that patience to make plays.
It's hard enough, you know where these players are. You still have to execute on the gunfight, and that's one thing that FaZe have in absolute spades is skill. Here comes the hit. Slasher's first up, sees an aBeZy. Wise move from aBeZy, dips out. It's a fight he's not going to win.
And maybe nades come through. You spot out Slasher in that spot, but he is going to back down. And there you hear the nades ringing out immediately. So you talk about how LAG likes to use their information. Well, Atlanta obviously in the same category. Bomb leaning towards A, but a 4v4. Again, a minute on the clock on this map is an eternity.
FaZe have managed to get quite a few kills of those nades, so we've exhausted nearly all of them. aBeZy still with full pockets there, lethal and tactical still to go. Dead silence if he needs it. He and Simp now over towards the bomb site they go.
And there's a couple players trying to get spicy. Huke thought about making moves. Arcitys there to watch the flank. Bomb going down in the safe spot. FaZe able to get it. No flanks coming through. Oh! 4-man stack, but the kills come through. LAG on the retake.
LAG on the retake now. Atlanta FaZe find themselves terrorless as it's now down to Cellium and Arcitys. The deep backs. Oh my, against the wall. Nice shots out of Cell. It becomes a 1v1. Cellium versus Slasher. Backs on up. There's 30 seconds on this one. A Slasher trying to make something happen. Cell's going to have to do the do-si-do and roam around. He has absolutely no idea that that bomb has been defused. The melons on Litigo.
That is a near 2v4 clutch. I wouldn't want to shoot back against Cellium either. He's 1 HP, dropping people with the pistol, but I think this might be a long-term thing on Bocage S&D, the team on offense. You got to break that fence just so you can see that angle. So FaZe, I know they've done their homework, but a small little thing like that, enough for LAG to get the round.
Very similar to the doors on the B-bomb site by Berlin.
Yes.
You want to make sure you do that little bit of home improvement. Redecorate, friends. If you're going to set up there and lay down the bomb, do what you can to take care of it. Off to the races we go. Trades abound. It's an absolute barn burner right off the rip. FaZe still with numbers. Spark finally catches a wallbang or two, but now it's a 2v3.
They got the bomb down on the tank. I mean, LAG, they can play for picks, but FaZe, they're just going to post up in the back of their spawn.
Oh. They've got to be.
Or they're making plays, and they should know they have bomb down as well.
Is it a fast wrap, or is it going to be, checking the bomb site? Now all 3 of them, the 3 musketeers across the map they go, fast moving. If Spark spots one of them, which I don't think he will at this point, this could get real bad, real fast for everyone on LAG. And Slasher, his back is turned, and here they come. Hello, that's going to be now a 1v3. Spark. No idea where the remaining members are.
And Slasher can only call out that there's one of them. He didn't see the other 2, so Sparta's working with 0 information, bomb down in a bad spot. And granted, he might be able to go pick it up, but a near impossible situation. And that should be the call sign. Atlanta should know he's over towards this god tank. Now they're making moves.
Yeah, again, here they come. Holding hands, not able to let the trades go through. If you can isolate the fight, that's one thing. Tags are in. Here comes the FaZe hit squad. Every single angle possible there. FaZe had him covered. No hope for Spark whatsoever.
Just such a good play call, right? I mean, you make the aggressive move over towards the field side of the map. You have that man advantage. And you're like, you know what? That was his team in Huke. We probably have bomb down. Just go for the full flank. There is no time wasted, an instant call. And honestly, if you're Guerrillas, there is no reason to make that read. So just impressive stuff from Atlanta, who working from the deficit, but we're expecting every S&D to be a battle. Still a 1-round difference.
1-round difference still at this point in time with LAG up by 1. It's 1st to 6 here in Search and Destroy. Fast hit now from Atlanta. 3 of them making their way towards that B-bomb site. A little bit of pressure in. We're going to check a corner or 2. Let me tell you, friends, there's a lot of them here on Bocage. Nades up for Huke. Nice nade out of Slasher there. Might have been a tandem nade from the pair of them. The scene will be dropped as well. We even now at 3v3. aBeZy takes a couple of shots, but we're going to oscillate now immediately over to the A-bomb site.
Yeah, Cell caught him through the door. It looked like getting a couple shots ringing out. And funnily enough, LAG, I mean, they stacked this B-bomb site. Spart finally the player to wrap it back, but Spart also the player with quite a bit of pressure on. His teammates have the flank coming through. Spart cannot afford to get picked at all.
He's trying to buy the time for his teammates to now hit the pinch, hit the flank. Bomb planted. Here comes Slasher. Tags are in, trying to now trap LA, the members of Atlanta FaZe down the inside as the LA Guerrillas now approach. Spart, big shots. Spart over the top right. Managed manages to get one now as he crosses him up. It's a 2v1 for aBeZy, desperately trying to make his way to the site now, and here comes one. All the shots on the Slasher, but he doesn't finish his shots. He doesn't finish the kills. Slasher with a coverage. The rat being the final shots there is a scene with a big old smile on his face, rightfully so. I'm sure he was a little clenched there. I'm defusing, and aBeZy knew that player was on bomb.
And if he gets that kill, he wins that round without question. But Slasher a little bit too quick with it. And Spark, by the way, making plays. Pressure on the back tank. He gets Cellium weak, but he's ready for that challenge, that extra protection to come through. So he's juking out players and hits them with the movement, just buying that time for the reinforcements to come in. So great coordination, great teamwork coming out. And LAG, 1 round away from tying up this series.
And a wonderfully even performance from everyone on LAG. 5-5, 7-7, 6-6, 5-5. They're going to change that now. Slasher. Was it the Mind Stone? What was it that gave him that X-ray vision to absolutely nail that one? Match point as Minnesota gets behind the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
And still a minute and 8 seconds left on the clock. Take your time, play for picks. Oh, thanks coming through. That was close, but Arcitys able to get away. And there is still no hurry. Absolutely no pressure, no reason to force the issue. Take your time.
Simp might have taken one to the head there. Slasher immediately positions. Here comes the seam. And we've seen quite a few airborne players here on Bocage. Stun check, lands perfectly. Slasher now, oh, caught out but not brought down. Here comes the land of FaZe. The gunfight being brought ever closer. Arcitys in, Simp finds his as well. It is now a 2v3. FaZe have brought this one back.
And you can't go hunting because the setup is there for the trap, and the gunny is there for Simp. Able to drop him in Huke by his lonesome in a 1v3, and Cell gonna spot him out every day of the week and takes him down. Atlanta from down 5-3, working on the comeback on Bocage. Still a pair of rounds for them to go, but Cellium, you know, man, 9-5 when a gunfight's like that. A terrifying player to go against. And another, like, think about it, the first round. Simp gets the 1v2, small mistake. That round right there, you had the first blood, plenty of time, but they can't execute. It's not over yet. LAG still have that advantage, but you can't get away with too many mistakes against this team.
Map point still LAG. Nice 2 out of Simp there, going to keep the spree going. We're already very close to one another here by the A-bomb site. Here come the nades. Simp with a slight reposition. Will aBeZy now, the master of the first bloods, gets taken care of there by aSeam.
What a hard read just to play that corner. aSeam, the brain on that guy. Not enough room in this venue for anything else, but now FaZe forced to back down. Cellium by himself, looking for anything.
Look at that angle.
But now you've got the God Tank for LAG, players posted in the back. You've got presence over towards this B site, and Slasher, he feels the pressure over towards B, but you still have everything covered.
Oh, they have given up the B-bomb site. That may be a plan.
Grouping up, by the way, just going for the full flank. Same kind of play FaZe made earlier.
Apes together strong. Will Atlanta FaZe be monkeyed here now in the push? Cell with a nice read. That's his 10th kill of the map. Now on the quick move through mid-map, he may have sniffed out something special there. Spark managed to get things going. The bomb must get planted to B. 2v3 now, a 1v3. Arcitys, the lone defender of the bomb site. The 2 members now of LAG. Will they fly into the fight? Here we go. They've done it. They've slayed them out. They've kept their cool, and they've leveled up the series.
What is now 8 search and destroys in a row for Los Angeles Guerrillas. In my mind, their pathway to this series is through this game mode and making plays the entire time. Even that final one, aSeam playing the corner, making those hard reads to get that first blood. A clinical effort towards the end, but everyone right there from Guerrillas putting in work, efficient. I think, what, maybe 3-0 on Bocage with this full squad, but no one needed to pop off. That is just clean teamwork through and through. Nice, comfortable 6-4 win to tie this series up.
But we may have touched on the series prior to this one, of course, for LAG, where Search and Destroy was certainly the biggest concern that LAG had coming into the competition with a substitute. Over this unbelievable, grueling test of determination and tenacity, they have turned that around. 6-4 against one of the best teams in the game is not a bad result at all.
And look, you're right. In 8S&D, like tear right now from Guerrillas, but there's only 4 of those in this series. And honestly, if you're a betting man, it's not like you can expect to beat FaZe in all 4. They're going to need a couple respawns, and Gavutu control is the perfect one to try to take down FaZe. I think 4-6 record overall, so it's not like FaZe are bad at it by any means. They have one of the deepest map pools in the league, but if there was any opportunity to respawn and take him down, this is the map you're looking at.
We've seen the reverse sweep teams just on due to Seattle. Previously, Gavutu has been a sight to behold. They've actually, I don't think they've lost to Gavutu in quite some time, brother. It's been very impressive indeed, but the series moves on, Chance. Here we go. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to control, friends. Don't go too far. We're going deep with this one. Tied up 1-1 here in our grand finals as we come back, and we welcome you back with warm arms. Here we go, friends. What a day it's been so far in our grand finals here, presented by Mountain Dew, has just really got things going. The first hard point, an absolute blow on Gavutu, then Røkkr, search and destroy. LAG tie things right back up, and as Miles has a chance, and we hope you're having a great time, because this is going to be a very long grand finals.
Yeah, yes indeed, especially if LAG continue to win those S&Ds, but again, I'm selling like it's an underdog story, without question. I know LAG have been on a tear, but Atlanta FaZe are literally the tear. So their path to success for LAG is winning like pretty much every single search and destroy, and this Gavutu control we have coming up is an opportunity. They've played Gavutu quite a few times. It has been a round 5 every single time. They're always keeping it tight in the slaying department. Now it is a question of who can get all of those ticks, or maybe get an offensive round. Funny enough, Atlanta FaZe 11th in the league on defense on this map. So yes, I'm expecting to crank it up now that it's the grand finals, but for LAG, opportunity absolutely here.
Two players we're going to see try and crank it up is, of course, going to be Cellium and Slasher. For both players on their respective teams this series. Good look so far. Cellium had a wonderful time in the hard point charts, 31-16.
Oh, had a good old time on Gavutu. I mean, he's a player that has found, I don't know, 17,000 different angles on this map, but this is what I'm looking at, right? It is a negative record, 10th overall in the league, and they still obviously clutch the majority of their defensive rounds, but 11th overall is not a great stat. The good stat for FaZe, though, is 3rd overall and actually getting those ticks. So now that the changes come through, this is when they've actually been winning more of their controls. I think they were 1-4, maybe 1-5 in this map before that change happened. So FaZe, obviously, you cannot count them out. You know, probably still favored to win this one. I mean, they're playing against a team with a Simp, for God's sakes. Like, you know?
How long have we been saying that? 4 days now. I mean, there we go. Coach Crowder there for Atlanta FaZe now, imparting final words and a sweet fist bump. I wish the boys best of luck as they dive now into Gavutu for control. Map number 3 here in our grand finals. LAG again, for them on the other side of the board, quite literally living the dream right now. And at what point will they wake up and realize that, hey, we might be in a nightmare? And hopefully, the terror of that nightmare will wake them up and they can either walk home with that sweet trophy on stage or the bitter taste of defeat. We will see, though. Gavutu control map number 3. Here we go.
Stay woke. Word to Mr. Gambino. I think right now aBeZy is what made a comment to you about using the Volt on this map. So MP40 players occasionally get caught in the blender. If you have a Volt, well, the better gun for the job, at least on average compared to the MP40. So aBeZy certain a player to pay attention to as well, but I think Cellium and Slasher might truly be that battle. I mean, again, if Cellium already has like a 1.94 KD in this series and we're only 2 maps in, his gun will be hot, but Slasher obviously, even though in the Bocage we saw a couple rounds able to take him down, so that main AR like sort of square up that these guys will have, it will be a battle.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But the lobby has dropped, so we'll quickly, you know, give you some stats, friends. You want a bit of stats? You like stats? You love stats? Get your stats right here, ladies and gentlemen. The map records there for both of these teams. Overall, 7-3 there, of course, for I think Atlanta FaZe. For that chance, it's been a decent run, but again, you brought up a really good point when it comes to hard point. We know obviously we're playing control now. But as far as things have gone, the biggest team to really give Atlanta FaZe a run for their money thus far in Vanguard is OpTic, and they ain't here right now.
Yeah, I think not counting OpTic matches, like Atlanta FaZe are like 23-4 now overall in the game mode. 2 of those losses were on Tuscan 100 Thieves. LA Thieves, there you go. So they are discussing in that game mode control, I think, is the path where you try to take him down in the respawn, but their map record through the Major 2 finals, I mean, it has been a clinical effort for these guys. Pretty much not slowed down. I know Seattle took them all the way to that game 5, but they were still able to clutch up. Hardpoint's been on a tear, and honestly, Control being a 2-0 record. Again, since that change has come through, FaZe, one of the teams that has benefited the most from being objective-minded.
Yeah, again, the objective change for Control we will see come into effect. If you are just joining us here in this weekend's festivities, it's been an incredible show. Thanks to the lovely people at Minnesota Rokkr and you, the wonderful fans here in Minnesota, for being so welcoming all week long. It has truly been a memorable affair. Let's see if we can't make it that bit more memorable with a shocking turn of events where LAG find themselves in the finals. And hey, man, if they can go the distance, God only knows.
The battle for that shield in the middle. It would be comedy to see a couple of these players holding it, defending off the haters. That will surely be in the Twitter replies. And I think one thing we saw from the camera shot, I mean, Simp is chilling, man.
Oh, like, yeah.
This is truly his home in the grand finals. He's leg up, just waiting for this match to get going. Looking to be the Terminator on Gavutu.
And I will say, mate, that shield is purple. It would not look bad in the hands of these LAG players, but they have to earn it. Nothing given here in the God League. Here we go. We're going to start this one off on defense for Atlanta FaZe. They've got themselves a kill already, but a seam with that ring control, and over towards B we go. Simp's never going to let that kill happen. Flies on through, pressure towards A now for the Guerrillas.
Hey, you chop them down one by one. You also just have all the map control pretty much immediately from FaZe, so they've got the boat, they've got P1 pushed out, and LAG right now, they are waiting to find kills. Great movement from Huke. Didn't realize you could actually do that. I think it's the first time I've seen it, but still looking to try to break out of this moment. Nice pick from Spark, so boat control seemingly in the hands of LAG. Huke gets sent for the kill, and he can find at least one, but right now, no actually pressure on the point. You've at least cleared the guy out of pushing up into your spawn, but you definitely need to hop on that objective.
Yep, time kept on slipping here on Kuavo, but now you've got yourselves on the point. It's going to be Spark the man there on A, slowly but surely capturing it. Now in control, 2 zones, A and B, 30 lives either side of these teams. You kill 30 of your opponents, you win the round. If you capture both zones, you win the round as well. More objective-minded, we should be seeing these teams here again, especially after being patched up. So here we go, still keeping the capture alive. Simp wins a big fight. That's going to be the A zone open wide now. FaZe in control.
Yeah, LAG have slowed down the pace, and honestly, so is FaZe. You got Cellium in their spawn. It seems trying to look for him, but the more time it gets wasted, the better this is going to be. As Seam clears him out, and Slasher able to pick up 2. The main AR for the squad to open things up. Your second tick is nearly through.
2-man stack, second segment now cleaned up. That's huge. That goes to the bank for LA Thieves. Again, if they manage to get to that final round without winning, they will have defense, which has been favorable for a lot of teams here in the competition. Slowly but surely capturing the A zone. Atlanta FaZe, though, they've got the full run of Kuavo right now.
And funnily enough, a lot of teams like to get P1 control and try to push through, but Guerrillas on this map have actually looked for the spawn kills. This is where Seam is in positioning, and this might be a nice counter to what FaZe like to do, because Atlanta, they will set up like a chain, pushing through P1, trying to flank through your spawn, so this might be a battle of a stylistic matchup, but obviously, if LAG's on offense, the pressure's on. They got to rack up the kills to make this possible, but right now, they are just sitting in the spawn of Atlanta.
There are 2 of them in the spawn of Atlanta. You think that's your spawn? That's LAG spawn right now. They're finding kill after kill here now. Simp, though, does manage to clean up a few, and we're basically going to swap sides. 2 players for LAG in the spawn of Atlanta FaZe, and the remaining 2 have got to now try to sneak out and get across map.
Yeah, they're just getting cut across, though. Arcitys, well, he can only pick up 1, but this is sort of the battle. If you are ever to get a nice little wipe for Guerrillas, guys like player number 2 will be out of the fight, but he's actually going to fall. It is the spawn kill. Batter Slasher is there. The clock has been stopped. Guerrillas making moves.
And here we go. Guerrillas are trying to take control of Ring as well. This could be huge. And there it is. The kill from Huke comes through. However, you do manage to lose a little bit more pressure now. For Atlanta FaZe, a big win from aBeZy there with the Volk. The contest now close on to the point. Huke's holding the line. He does have Spark overwatching him, trying to provide that coverage, and here comes Atlanta FaZe. Every single position covered. They're setting up now to flush Huke out of the point. If Huke gets involved, who knows? This could be big. No! Simp dives in, takes care of him. They did get a segment, though.
Oh, that is perfectly coordinated, though. Arcitys, as soon as he gets in a ring, he gets a kill, and everyone on FaZe pounces and wipes him off the point. You will take the tick, but honestly, that could have been a moment where LAG start to run away with the game, so just well-executed, coordinated defense with 30 seconds left on the clock. LAG, you get maybe 1 opportunity to try to set this up and get that pressure back on B. Spark working the flank, but Arcitys, he is posted deep in a corner of the map.
15 seconds for our Mountain Dew featured player to catch an Arcitys and maybe get himself one of the points. Season 1, there's the cleanup. Arcitys, great work from the deep recesses of Kuavo. No lives left now for LAG. The final 4 will make their way forward. Nice shots out of Cell. That's going to make the B zone safe with the final 2 seconds tick over. The round comes to a close. Atlanta FaZe strike first.
Could have been a bit better from LAG, but again, one perfectly executed retake on the point there to shut him down. But at the end of the day, you even get 1 extra tick on B. If you're the team on offense, you will take it. It's not a terrible look at all. LAG looking to execute on defense, see if they can try to shut Atlanta down. We talk about the offenses all the time. We've seen it quite a few times, and LAG has been a main proponent of it occasionally. They just have rounds on defense where they utterly dominate and don't give up a single tick, so you never know what could happen. FaZe are up 1-0, but pressure's still on.
Heavy hit towards the A side of the map now. It's going to be all boat for Atlanta FaZe. The force free continues for aBeZy with his Volk in hand. Those kills keep coming his way. Capturing A, 1:17 stops on the clock. They capture A, they add another minute to the time to work with here on control. As aBeZy now sliding around, trying to find something, trying to become El Capitan here, but so far, that seems certainly making him work for it.
Looking like Alex Honnold climbing those rocks and waiting for the kills to come through. But for the moment, LAG winning the majority. And this is the moment to get this spawn trap. You get the wipe, Atlanta now pinned back. They don't have a single tick. This could be the blender of the round.
LAG trying to push Atlanta FaZe in the back recesses of the map. They can hold them there and keep slaying them. Eyes on that mini-map. Everyone from FaZe is going to stay there. You managed to get an opening from the kill on the ring side. That was Slasher. His job was to keep him in bay, and now it's an open beach. They're going to flood forward. Atlanta FaZe have escaped, and now they're at large and on the loose.
That is a huge gunfight win on the flank, by the way. Now the pressure on the front. Arcitys takes him down. The men-AR battle. He does get caught as Spark wins 2 massive gunfights towards P1. The blender still set up. You still have Huke actually lower clip for these spawn traps, so aBeZy's got to fight his way out of this. And FaZe, you are running out of time.
FaZe are running out of time. They've barely got near these zones. They haven't got any segments captured whatsoever. The final 15 seconds ticking down now. It's over to aBeZy to try to get something happening. And Arcitys, he's on the zone. Stops the clock. Huke's on a 5. You take care of aBeZy as well. And LAG, this has been a very good round on defense. Not a single segment given up. Their kills can go through. That doesn't matter. They're going to get on the board. But not only that, they have a 4-segment advantage in the objective.
Absolutely a round worth cheering for LAG. Dominant on defense. A little bit unfortunate ego chow from Huke, who was on a 5, but you live by the ego, you die by the ego. But right now, a 4-tick advantage. A very nice one to have, especially for the Guerrillas, who have been on point on their offenses. Occasionally they win them, but even when they're not, they're still great at the tick game. I think even if they can just capture A here, they'll be in a fantastic spot.
And this is what we talk about when saying playing the objective, is capturing these segments. A wonderful bit of work already from LAG. Tags are in. Spark takes care of Simp. Now over to Cellium, who says peekaboo. Cracks a window, and he's not trying to dry his clothes here in this crazy Kavutu storm, but now trying to catch these players off the A zone. That's going to be the slow cap. Over towards B for a brief moment. Brought down indeed. We're going to drain that segment again. When the defensive players are in the zone, they pull down the progress if they don't complete a segment.
And long term, if you're thinking defenses for the round 5, if LAG just get 3 ticks, if you just capture A, you're guaranteed a defense for the round 5, but you do have to get there. Still a long way to go early on in this control. We're not past that halfway point just yet. And right now, you're trying to fight to get out of your spot. Cellium on a 6. If you get this glide on this map, it can be a dagger.
It was a mere moments ago that Simp was the only guy with the kills in his team. Now Cellium is 12 and 8.
Nice gunfight.
The spree comes to a close, and it's Slasher. Simp keeping the pressure alive inside the spawn. What a shot it was seen. The second kill comes through, allowing LAG, though, to get 1 player through. It's Spark, for now the only man capturing the A zone. Halfway through he'll be trying to get his teammates in off spawn. As forward they go, but man, Simp is still in your base, and Simp is still running amok.
He's just going to be spawn killing for quite some time. They're going to spawn right in front. Simp is there. Can't quite win it, and now you at least have a little bit of room to breathe. Slasher again winning massive one-on-ones to help clear his team on the boat, and this might be that 3rd tick oh so shortly coming through.
Up by 6 now. You're going to be up by 7 if you manage to get this one done as well. LAG getting it done in the OBJ. 2 hands now over towards the capture on A. They're going to get that one done. This is absolutely unbelievable. Plus a minute now to work with. 17 lives, 16 now remaining for Atlanta FaZe. 18 on the offense for LAG.
And they're good for the defense if they get there. But hey, if you win this round, even better. You're putting the pressure on the point, but that is a mistake that you hate to see if you're a fan of LAG. Teammate to take him down, but maybe the good news, you still have ring control. Still a little bit of pressure, but Simp, he's trying to take it right out of your hands. Man has 19 kills.
The FaZe know to now press the advantage. They've got kills. Simp is trying to get it done now. Retake that ring side. You cannot get any pressure on B if you don't have control of that AA gun. That ring side, that's the spot Simp's fighting for. Get it done from these unorthodox angles. 20 and 12. Looking for 21. It's going to be Spar. The rest of the squad, though, making their way through both sides. If Slasher and Co can get there in time and help out Spar, we could see a hit on B.
They're looking to set up those spawn kills once again, putting that pressure all the way through green. You got to see him posted up on the boat. He can help you on the cross, but you can't start setting up the spawn kills until you actually start killing them. Everyone alive for FaZe, 30 seconds on the clock.
It's 30 seconds. You're going to see a defensive round going the way of LAG right now. It's not likely to be changing any hands, but for Cell, holding the back line down. The front line, the battle's being won by Arcitys. Another 2 for him. Cell's got 1 more player to clean out now on the back of his spawn, and it is Slasher himself. And he's been caught unaware, but he's not dead yet. There we go. The rat in hand. Cell cleans it up. Their spawn's safe. The round is done.
And Cellium can do that all day. He snakes in his sleeve, so he will be posted and ready to go. And I mean, LAG, though, they did the harder part, right? Maybe a couple small windows of opportunity missed, but very small windows indeed. You capture that 8 point. If you clutch up on defense here, you will get the defense for the round 5. Of course, though, FaZe are still up 2-1, so they technically have the advantage in this game. They just have to win one of these next 2 offensive rounds, and a team very capable of stringing something together. So much pressure in this moment. One of the final maps you could argue LAG have any sort of advantage at all, and I don't know, I mean, you can't even call it an advantage. It's so difficult.
So difficult. 2-2 split for FaZe now as they make their way forward. An offensive round that they would love to win. This is map point. Cellium, a very sneaky boy, now makes his way towards the top boat side of the map. Going to check everything out. He's got a Huke to deal with in a moment. Sees the barrel. That's it. Huke fights on. Big win. Simp now on a 5 spree as well. It's 3 for Cellium. A lot of map control now going the way of FaZe.
All right, Simp does get caught though, and again, an important gunfight win just to make sure no streaks come through. That would certainly be an opportunity to FaZe get back in it, but now aBeZy maybe looking for a couple kills. They don't quite have P1 control, but they do have pressure on the point and up a few lives for the moment. Nice and stable players posted up on the boat, but LAG, they're trying to fight him off the time. aBeZy's still picking up kills. Cellium still posted, and another team kill coming through. Maybe just to keep things even, as Simp slowly capturing this point.
You got to fly forward. Oh, big win out. Huke stays alive right at that range. Holy dooly. That's going to be the safety now towards the 44 seconds on the clock to work with now. They get 1 segment consolation prize, but there's no way they can get any more out of that, surely. Atlanta FaZe have not been as aggressive on these offensive rounds where they do need to be. As he makes things safe, aBeZy guns him there. Once again, the Volk in hand. Huke with the top ring control, all good for now. Has to turn his back though, because the player is now flooding through mid-map. Here comes LAG out of their spawn. Right into the fight we go. Slasher loses the top boat fight. Arcitys alive and well. Back on the A point we go.
If you're LAG though, you fight them off this time without question, and a couple gunfight wins. You have the opportunity to flank. aBeZy does get gunned by Simp, and still, there's only 1 player for FaZe near this point. Only 10 seconds left on the clock.
They're going to get going again, and it's it. Pressure now, forward they go. From Arcitys, the closest player towards that zone, and already on the spawns is Huke, dealing a little bit of damage. A big win once again, stays alive, keeps that flank safe. 2-3 though, they get on the point for a moment. No! Huke's spree keeps going. Final round. LAG will have defense.
And on defense, they have been nearly perfect. FaZe are now in a situation where they have captured 1 segment in 2 offensive rounds. Now for the final one, they need to capture 6. LAG have been on point on defense. Easy game plan. It is the exact same thing. Keep it up, keep that pressure over towards P1, and I think off the opening break, we saw him stack on defense over towards the ringside once. Might not be a terrible idea to go for it again, or maybe not. This is almost a quad stack over towards A. Or they're making reads. Maybe stuns come through. You see FaZe, they're pouring that pressure through ring.
They're 3 men through ring. You get 1 kill here on the boat side of the map. That's a big win. There you go. Now you have to hit the go button, fly across the map, because Atlanta FaZe, they're trying to get the pressure going. In towards the B zone they go, and Sparks gets 2. That's a huge defensive win. It's a 6 spree for Huke now. Looking for streaks not to be had. Oh my God, FaZe. Now they push forward. And Simp has once again been the unstoppable juggernaut he has always been at 27 and 17. Keeping his team in the fight. A 3 spree now. In the spawns of LAG.
The trades are in, man. I mean, Huke, it would have been amazing if he could have gotten the glide, but FaZe at least take care of that. But you win the opening break, and you are in a good spot. That is your first push stuffed, which means you're running out of time. That flank wide open. aBeZy is here. There's the next one. And now you got to watch your back, watch your front, be worried about the tank FaZe. You might get put in the blender.
The blender is now on. It's been set to smoothie. It's going to be a very nice, soft consistency as they don't manage to get the second segment. There's 40 seconds remaining here, and aBeZy is still in the spawn of Atlanta FaZe. He's about to come up behind nearly the entire squad. Spark holding down B alone. He's cleaned up. aBeZy has got to go big. Doesn't see anyone just yet, but this is a huge moment. Doesn't catch one. Slasher leading the charge. Huke with the kills in mid-ring. And onto the point we go, though. 30 seconds just about remaining. This has to be huge from FaZe.
It's a stack on point. You still have 2 bodies here. And yes, they're trapped, but you're in a tank. You're safe until your head gets ripped off. aBeZy is there for the clearance. And a nice little shutdown. Huke winning gunfights on A. The defense hold is there, but still a decent chunk of progression. You cannot afford to take your foot off the gas.
They're still on A right now as Atlanta FaZe. They get 2 segments, 1 more, and they can extend the clock. That's massive for them. aBeZy trying to drive forward. Pressure still there. Huke's got to win this gunfight against Cellium. He's alive and kicking, still keeping the zone in. Oh my god, in contest as Cell manages to win a fight. Reinforcements now flooding through for Atlanta FaZe, but LAG trying to hold them back. Now 10 seconds to go here in control.
And running out of time, man. You got to stack the points. Cellium looking for kills. There's the first, but they have to deal with the tank, and Simp is there for the flank.
God.
You finally get A, and you add a minute to the clock. Point secured. FaZe can still win this, but you got to get that ring controller. Maybe go on the flank. You only have 9 lives to work with. Atlanta trying to string something together.
What an effort this is from FaZe. Unbelievable now to push it. Less than a minute. 8 lives now remaining to the 17 of the defending team. Cutting them down one at a time. Looking for an angle now, looking for an opening. Full ring control now for FaZe.
And always someone from LAG able to find an extra pick just to sort of slow this push down. But for FaZe, again, 30 seconds left. You might get one good attempt. You need a clean wipe on board. And Arcitys gets caught. Someone is always there. aBeZy sprints at them and guns 2 down.
He's a hero. He flies forward now to Huke. Cell's trying to find kills. Less than 20 seconds. 5 lives. aBeZy knows he's got to go. There's an opening to be had, but Spark is in the beach. He's out deep. He catches one on the push. Can't get any more done. Cell's on the point. Here comes a big moment now. FaZe, this could be it. Having to turn things around, but there's only 3 of them remaining. aBeZy, what an absolute champion he's been. He rips him. Cell's gone. And another for aBeZy. That is unbelievable.
MVP aBeZy is in the building. 32 kills, the first bloods in the final rounds of Bocage. The big plays for ring control. aBeZy having a masterclass of a tournament here in Call of Duty Vanguard. And LAG, their path to victory in this series. There's a couple key maps they gotta win. Well, there's the big respawn they needed to get. Lock up that Kuavo control, execute, taking care of business with some nearly flawless defensive rounds. But I mean, just look at that, 3,700 damage, 32 kills to his name. MP40 automaton, it doesn't matter. aBeZy is here to slay.
We know that Tony's out there somewhere with a fist in the air. Very, very happy indeed to see that one go. 32 and 27 for aBeZy, an unbelievable performance. 29 and 19 from Huke as well. Came on that 6 spree a few times, nearly managed to nip those streaks, but unbelievable stuff. On the side of Atlanta FaZe, Cell with a 27-21, turned the game around for himself. 30-25 out of Simp from start to finish. He was the usual Simp, the good old masterclass we've seen from him time and time again. But FaZe could not get anything going on those offensive rounds.
I mean, they just get completely bodied the first couple go-arounds rather, and maybe one of the only opportunities FaZe had to string something together. Cellium was on a 6 spree, but it is Slasher that was picking up the pieces to shut him down. So, I mean, just massive gunfight wins time and time again. LAG nearly always in full control. A well-executed game on Kuavo, but it is still, again, an uphill battle. I know you have the advantage, but it is a best of 9. This is a marathon, not a sprint. A long way to go, but for any of the naysayers, and I might be included in this, that thought LAG maybe not a great chance to pull away on this Cinderella story against this team, well, they now have the advantage. So a little bit more pressure on Atlanta FaZe. They know they're going against a team that truly has come to play.
They've really come to play. The dream continues to be very much real now. LAG with the lead in the series. Highlights here across the Kuavo control were a lot of fun, man. I mean, aBeZy, these plays, time and time again, we saw this one. That's unreal with the Rat. And again, the final moments here, he has to go big. He's basically the only member of his team here in a moment to help out. Another unbelievable win against Arcitys. Tremendous stuff. aBeZy claps across the venue.
And it really is moments like that for those final couple kills where, like, you know when the comms Atlanta is trying to set up the push, trying to be like, all right, guys, what are we going to do? I got this. Everything's covered, ready, go. But before you can finish it, all of a sudden, aBeZy is literally just flying at you with a pistol. There to take him down. So wonderful play so far. And I don't know, man, LAG. I don't know if I'm starting to believe yet, but it is hard not to be a believer. They've made it here from losers round 1, setting up one of the greatest losers bracket runs of all time.
Oh, baby.
Slasher has been a part of all of them, but still for those guys, what, 3 maps more that they need to win for FaZe? The number is 4. we got a long way to go.
This is still another FaZe we're talking about. This is still one of the greatest to ever do it. My word, the series continues here in the Major Final 2, presented by Mountain Dew. Tuscan Hardpoint coming up next, followed by Desert Siege. We'll go back to Tuscan Control after that, and rinse, repeat until we get to the very end. But Chance, Tuscan Hardpoint, lay it on us.
I mean, FaZe have an 8-3 record on this map. Their 3 losses, 2 were to LA Thieves, who at a time we thought that was the best hardpoint team in the game. The other loss is the OpTic. So FaZe have literally not lost to anyone but the tippy top of teams on this map. And even after that, I saw what, a Tuscan Control FaZe 8-2 on that map. Their only 2 losses to OpTic. They are perfect against the rest of the league. So you had a couple maps early on that I was thinking LAG, that's their opportunity, but for the next couple, this is FaZe territory.
This is all FaZe territory. We're in the red side of the matchup now. Atlanta FaZe with the favorable stats coming into this one, but will the stats matter? Here in Dreamland, here in La La Land, where we write our own fairy tales, the magic in the air in Minnesota continues to be sprinkled very generously across the venue. Man alive, what a week it's been. We're still far from over though. The next map here in the series, Tuscan Hardpoint now. Let's get it.
And I'm thinking back for LAG in their series they had against Boston. It was the P2 hill where they were getting destroyed. They were losing the hill on time and then losing the rotations. Obviously, this is now a series, not a team you're playing against where you can afford to make any mistakes. Good news for Guerrillas, if you have a strong opening break, you will have the good spawns for next, but P2 is where they really need to clean things up.
We'll see. Over to the first hardpoint we go though. Atlanta FaZe with the opening kills, open time. aBeZy managed to catch the players there of LAG running through mid. Not much more to be had. It's Cellium trying to get back over towards the hardpoint. And you flip spawns now. So LAG are on the favorable side. They're going to manage to get themselves towards P2 in about 15 seconds. They should start getting their feet and getting their butts over towards that next point.
And if they're able to get a couple kills and get FaZe off this point, they will be in prime position, but that might not be the case. Cellium with 3. He does get taken down, but aBeZy pouring on the pressure, but this is trades back and forth. If Arcitys wins the final 2 with only 13 seconds left, that'll be about a 30-point lead for FaZe. And you got Simp, he is flanking fast. LAG for the moment, they have not read this at all.
aBeZy's over towards P5 as well. Simp's managed to creep himself into the backside of Church. So there we go. First hard point done. Second one now up. We call it column. I call it a pain in the ass. It's really hard to break this one. Not an easy setup indeed. But here we go. Asim, bottom side of Church, defends the faith. Keeping the hard point in the hands of his team, and it is ticking away now for LAG.
He's the roaming slayer. He has been everywhere on this map, from Church to the hill, and he gets there. Church again, a clean 4 wipe, but number 5 Slasher, he wraps back and actually blocks those spawns, but hey, you'll take it if you can get a full 60.
We've seen players do this all weekend long, where you start to run things around, go a little crazy. The scene no Sally, the timing fails him. Oh, Slasher, the saving grace is Arcitys now as Atlanta FaZe over to the point, and it's up to Spark. Oh my word, he gets 1 or 2! Huke! What a jump that was! aBeZy into the point.
The Skywalker for the distraction. Spart on a 4, by the way. And this is the hill where they had problems against Boston. Already the turnaround is in. And if you turn this in rotation, this is the gunfight. Spart versus aBeZy. Can he take him down? He gets it. Spawns on the rotation secured. An opportunity for LAG. It's only a 15-point lead, but they can run it up.
Fans here in Minnesota, let them know. Atlanta FaZe now trying to make the break in towards P3. Fountain. Simp and Cellium now through the tiles, through the rooftops. Here comes the push. And Asim, Spot, Huke, you name it. LAG locking him down. 1 more to be had.
Oh, got taken from him. He still needs the 1 more, and that roof spawn is still in. He is looking for it, the master of the Volk. Plenty of people have pulled it out, and I've seen quite a few get a 0.7 with it, but he gets the glide, he gets the rotation, and hey, he might get gunned by Simp, but he has done the work. Cisco trying to turn things around.
He smacks all 3 of them down with a little bit of help from Cellium. They locked the point. Time now in the hands of Atlanta FaZe, and man alive, what a break that was. Chris Lair, nobody does it quite like him. Last few moments now, 10 seconds here on P3, all good, we'll take it. Streaks for Spark, and that's why he's our Mountain Dew featured player.
All right, wonderful moments, but keep in mind, you're doing all of this work, these great rotations. It is only a 16-point game, so you do have Guerrillas win the next rotation, but FaZe already, the pressure is on. Simp looking for his next 3-piece. Trying to see where the start of it might be. He gets the stun, but he gets taken down. Asim able to pick up 2.
Pop Church down the front door, locked from Spark, and the collection plate is up, and it is all collecting good for LAG. 3 spree for Spark, 3 spree for Asim, stuns, you name it, it's all coming, but Arcitys dropped. Spark keeps it locked down, and once again, LAG running the time. They've got a bounce between the front door, the side door, the back door, you name it. There's the alley door as well. A four-way man hit now as Atlanta FaZe trying to break on through. Cell with a wall bang. Takes care of business, and here comes the shots from FaZe. A great break, hard points theirs.
The break for the final 20 seconds. LAG, maybe an opportunity to send 1 or 2 players, and they're actually sending 3 to try to go fight for this scrap, but you're making the reads if you're selling. He gets at least 1, and on that rotation, important gunfight 3 and 5 Slasher at least wins the rotational battle, but FaZe do secure that scrap. But again, similar story, very tight game. Guerrillas are winning these rotations. FaZe have always been able to break through, but they're also always playing off the back foot.
LAG 2 players on the hard point now. Here comes the hit from FaZe. Let's get quickly now into eliciting with LAG.
He's gone upstairs. Take our time, take our time. MC there. Downstairs. Go in the side.
Window well. You went to well.
He pushed out a BD. Like a shot on cell. One shot.
Calm it down.
I'm right back to the top. Take your time, take your time. I am. You might push out. Back with you.
Yo, everyone stay look alive. I'm pinching. Stay.
I heard you. I'm needing time. I'm needing time. He's in time weak. Cool staircase. There's that time.
One staircase.
Staircase.
Weak. One more staircase.
Watch out.
Staircase weak.
Stay. Make him a weak.
Watch on their side. Watch on their side. They might hit me at all.
They're gonna hit us. One more staircase.
Staircase again.
I'm my new guys. He hit me. He's weak. Cell's weak at all.
And there it is, the first set of hard points come to a close, and LAG in the lead, but not for long. Here comes the next set up. We go back over to the A field, and here comes the hit from FaZe. The contest is on, the kills are good.
And this is the P1 setup where you can start chaining things together, where you can turn the tides of the game. And well, LAG win the first couple gunfights and trying to push out these spawns, but this is the setup. FaZe have been playing off the back foot this entire game because of LAG getting that win over towards P2. If you let that happen again, things are a problem with FaZe. Triple hit through mid.
Ooh, nice shots again from Spark. Hold it down. Another kill. No bit of help
And
from
the spawns flip. The spawns flip. The turnaround could be in. One more man on point. Slasher takes him down.
Oh.
This is the setup for the rest of the game. LAG always forcing Atlanta on the back foot, turning this Tuscan around. No one not named OpTic or Thieves have been able to beat Atlanta. Guerrillas trying to make a case to be able to do the impossible. Another rotation towards P2. RC's the lone man for the moment, working through top church. There's a freebie. This is where things started to spiral out of control. FaZe got to turn it around here.
Not over yet. You can never count them out. Arcitys with a sweet 2-piece. Simp on the point. That's going to be the break. You still have members now of LAG close by, but here comes the hold from FaZe. Time they sorely need. Simp the soaker. As the seed now flies high, cut down from Arcitys. The 3 spree continues. Onto the point with a quick contest, and it's Huke now trying to get involved. His MP40 ringing out in the Tuscan streets. Over to aBeZy. They should be able to handle him, but Huke somehow gets the kill. And Slash is there to back him up!
And it's a 4-man wipe. Look at the rotation. They give up the back spawns, but maybe not in time. Everyone for FaZe spawning up roof, and it seemed, well, rotate or play for the kills. FaZe is forced to go to new. Or actually, they want to fight for this scrap. Simp, he's going to be pushing it on Spark. And Spark making these reads, but he does get taken down. The one-on-one, it's aBeZy that comes out on top. Final 10 seconds go their way. And that is time, honestly, FaZe desperately need. They are down by 50, but they do get to found him first.
This is what FaZe need, is Arcitys. He is daddy. He's got himself to the back of the map. He's got them spawns. He's got them. P3 for now. The bad news is you do have a glide bomb. That could be the saving grace right now for LAG, and there we go, friends.
Calling it in. Who do you kill? The man in time, almost assuredly. He's able to take him down, but you know someone's in the back. Number 5, Slasher's looking for him, but so is the rest of the team. You use the glide, you get the break. 30-point game, and FaZe, this is where they're trying to fight.
Breaks on. Here comes LAG now, trying to keep it alive, and it all comes down to Asim. He's been an absolute champion so far. Keeps the kills going. Asim slides on out. Holy dooly, what is he doing here? Almost managing to catch more. FaZe, though, the 3-man hit now through Ivy side. Kills keep coming. Slasher, last man at the back. Big shots out of the man. Titan gets another. Arcitys fires forward, and he gets himself taken care of as well. It was a big 3, and at the end of this point, we crossed 200 for LAG.
And FaZe, honestly, they're still trying to fight for it. They are down by enough that they want every single second. They will fight for those 7, and they got number 4 in the back and a couple kills towards P1, but this is it. This is the rotation. Arcitys gets gone instantly. Squad spawn's already there. LAG will swarm the back, but the hill right now, Atlanta in first.
Sweet kills Arcel, though, now to the backside of Church. It's Simp. He's alone It's a seam. Guns him down. Who's trying to watch the front? You've got one more member, and it's Arcitys down low. He's got himself inside Church, and now he's doing a ring around a Rosie. Slasher finds one on the flank, trying to keep the play alive. Now FaZe breaks on Church. Have to hold it down now. A seam of Spark through the side door. A seam with the first. Spark backing him up. Doesn't need the backup. A seam nails it. 200 points now crossed for LAG.
A seam is unreal. Breaking hills by himself, picking up the pieces and making, honestly, his teammates' lives so easy. Flooding through P1, but Slasher's here. Catches in the back, and that is a 4-man wipe. LAG putting on a show on Tuscan. They rotate to P5. They are here first, and Huke's got his corner.
Huke's got someone down. P5, a tough one to get time on. This is going to be big now. FaZe with the opening kills. Cellium doing what he can. Two-man hit. aBeZy, what a slide straight into the fight. Nails it. Big break from FaZe. Time their way.
You talk about a break they need to try to get any semblance of control in this game and an opportunity to go for those spawns. aBeZy is pushed out deep. He is trying to coordinate the timing on this flanker. He just gets too aggressive. He gets caught. Now the pinch is being set up by LAG.
Here they go. They're trying to fly forward. Big kills have to be had now. Simp trying to get them done from the front. Cell on the inside of the point. Shots are there. He's out to the side up. Will he be able to get much, though? He's had to make the tactical retreat. Here comes the reinforcements. Through the bottom side now at the hard point. Big kills. And oh my God. LAG again. Time and time again. They get it done. It could be one here on P5.
They are going at him. P5, they can win it here. Arcitys takes him out of the hill, but maybe an opportunity, Huke, to fight for this scrap. You can trust your teammates to rotate, or maybe because aBeZy's winning the gunfights, that's the call. Back over towards P1. This is not a safe lead. It is number 3, aBeZy. The first one here gets taken down. LAG, they're not here first. It is a scrappy battle for P1.
Oh my God, it's a scrappy battle indeed. Third set of hard points up, and definitely the final. It is 6 seconds for the victory here for LAG, and Huke trying to get it going. Cell, though, and he and Atlanta FaZe on point, locking this down. They need to soak this time up, friends. It's going to be a big one.
And they're trying to go through mid, but they are getting cut across along the way. We might be witnessing a breakdown. Atlanta can win it on this hill.
We call them gods for a reason, and that is because they're unbelievable at the game. And here we go, holding the time. 25 for the win now for LAG. A deep breath. Namaste, baby, as we fly to the point. Slasher's getting it done. We're on it. Oh my God. They've got it, done it. They've done the impossible. They've stolen the Tuscan. LAG! If you weren't a believer before, you may be now.
I cannot believe my eyes. What are we witnessing from the Los Angeles Guerrillas in this moment? What we need to highlight on that map, first of all, from the Boston series, P2 was the problem. They were on the jump right from the break, taking care of business. One of the only things LAG was doing wrong is they were winning those rotations to P5. Both times FaZe gets the instant break. The first time we heard it on the comms, it seems like, hey, slow it down. Everybody calm down the comms, and they're able to balance that P5 out. Second time around, the exact same thing happened. They get broken on P5, and they slow down the pace. Incredibly patient. Slasher's picking up 2. They go for the pinch. When everyone on FaZe was down low, LAG just pumped the brakes and get the kills. Unbelievable plays. I mean, so many moments where we thought things were going to spiral out of control, but so many moments where the Skywalker and Spark take over. Spark with the Vault, walks in this tournament, uses it. How many different players have we seen pull it out? No one is having success like him. aBeZy mentioned bringing it out, but negative by 10, 12 kills in this game. Negative on the Kabuto as well. There are very few players that are having a great deal of success with it in Spark. He truly is that guy.
And that's the thing right now for Atlanta FaZe. I mean, we know they're a capable team, but when you start to mix things up, you start to bring a new gun out. I mean, go back to basics. Go back to what you know about. Go back to what got you this far in such a dominant way in this tournament. But now, LAG is starting on them. You got monkeyed again by the LAG.
It just saw, I mean, pieces from Slasher in the back, so many rotations. One, even these moments over towards Church, we just see a seam, the leading man picking up 2 by himself, the main slayer in the lobby. Unbelievable performances, no one really making mistakes. Like, you lose that rotation to P1, but they slow down the pace, they take their time, everybody gets through. You let Huke go on these full flanks, and you just coordinate everything so well. You get those 2 kills, and Huke, instead of going for the full flank, just cuts towards the middle of the map. I mean, clinical plays. LAG, again, I cannot believe They now have a 3-1 lead against FaZe in the grand finals.
I don't think a single soul walked in this venue outside of maybe Spark's mom, his girlfriend, the family there, and now the fans, they're certainly starting to believe. Atlanta FaZe, honest to God, I mean, we know what they're capable of, we know what they've done in the past. I mean, they're the reigning world champions, second place at the major OpTic Texas the first time round. This is far from over, but damn, this is a good finals, right?
Dude, and keep in mind, FaZe, they had map 1, they bodied LAG,
oh my
like
God.
250, 125, whatever the score line was, it was absurd. In the back of my mind, I was like, this might be a rough series, but I mean, here we are. Now for FaZe, if they weren't feeling the pressure before, they certainly are now. Good God. And we go into a Desert Siege where if you're thinking about how good of a map this has been for FaZe, absolutely true. Think they have a 5-1 record. You're getting called out on the map no matter where you go. Cellium, this is his wheelhouse. But LAG, currently on an 8 search and destroy win streak. That has tied the record in the CDL for most S&D wins in a row. The team that they tied, Atlanta FaZe.
Atlanta FaZe did it in Cold War, back when they were incredibly dominant. The year they won, the year they made us all truly fear them. And now, an opportunity for LAG of all teams in the world. And you know what's funny, then when we go back to the Cold War season, you know, Atlanta FaZe are the greatest team out there. No one could bring them down. No one could touch them. Who was the first team to defeat Atlanta FaZe? It was LAG.
Storylines on storylines. It has just been an incredible grand final so far, certainly if you're a fan of LAG. And now we get to see what Atlanta FaZe can do back against the wall. I mean, admittedly, again, they live in the grand finals. Yeah. This is their home. They've made comebacks before, plenty of reverse sweeps. So we know that this is a team fully capable, but this is also just a ridiculous degree of momentum that LAG have been able to build up. And they can play with literally nothing to lose. Like already, they have gone above and beyond tenfold for the expectations that anyone could have had for them. Now we're just gonna see if they can close the job.
Search and Destroy and Desert Siege will be in the next map we see these two teams duke it out on, and it's going to be a fun one indeed. A much slower set now as the players take back to the stage. As elation crosses now here in Minnesota. The fans have certainly got behind them. Everyone loves an underdog story, but I think, again, it's the story of, you know, Spark coming in here. It's Gunless watching from home. There's so much going on behind the scenes here. Quite a story. And it was a heartfelt victory and a heartfelt loss. Last night we had to see Mack fall out of play, have to be picked up in a classic coming into the Seattle roster. And it was this team, LAG, that took them down in that game 5. It was the battle of the substitutes. And Spark is somehow still keeping his team going.
I mean, so Spart, I would say, without question, no matter what happens in the rest of this grand finals, without like the best substitution for a team of all time. I know Enable is absolutely in the conversation. Enable, one of the FPS GOATs, but what Spart has done for this team has been unreal.
I mean, don't forget the time when in MW when Dashy came on for OGLA playing again. That Piccadilly, and that was some goaty shit, mate. That was some real top-tier stuff. But this is an entire tournament. This is a tournament on such short notice where he got absolutely chokeslammed online. It's a wonderful turnaround.
I mean, for some players, there's the bat signal. For, I don't know, Spart, what is he? Charming for this Cinderella story. I have absolutely no idea, but of course, for the flip side, for aBeZy, he's been pulling out the Volt, 59 and 85 overall. He has not had success with that gun. Spart has been taking him to task, and, well, we are going into a search and destroy. He has been the first blood king. There are no questions about it. He will play aggressive. He will lay out everything on the line and fly at you time and time again. No fear in that kid's heart. He has earned the name of a terror for good reason. See what they can make happen on Desert Siege, but again, an 8-win streak in this game mode for LAG. They have tied the CDL record for that streak. The team that they tied is now Atlanta FaZe, the team that has the opportunity to shut them down.
Don't forget, though, friends, this is still Atlanta FaZe. This is still 4 of the most deadly players imaginable.
A smile on Slasher. I mean, what?
I was trying to build some momentum there, mate, and Slasher's smiling. The team's got his hands over his head. It's a very different look on either side of the stage, clearly. FaZe, is it nervous tension, or is it just sort of calm resolve?
Talking over the game plan. I mean, again, when you talk about some of the best S&D players on the world, literally Atlanta FaZe's coach is in that category. So you know he has been doing his homework, making a couple reads, trying to develop that game plan best as you possibly can. Cellium has one of the best KDs on this map, if not the best KD on this map. Always got to pay attention to him on the mini-map. there are certain things he will lock down the outer B end on defense time and time again. The best in the world at it. aBeZy ready for the Bloods and RC. I mean, I don't know if he'll still be the bomb carrier or not, but
oh, dude,
he makes the plays as well. And Arcitys, he has been that guy. When FaZe has had their back against the wall, he is the fine, I will do it myself player. Well, you're down 3-1 in the grand finals. It might be time for him to step it up for his team.
And he's the guy to do it. We've seen him do it so many times when the team needs him. He's the man. Arcitys, we'll see what he can do here. Again, I tweeted earlier today, I mean, Arcitys is just so good. And I mean that with the most sincerity possible. One of the most amazing players to touch the game. Here we go, Desert Siege. This is a massive moment for aLLeY, not just in the series, to put themselves on tournament point, but also to set the new record.
And this is the battle, man. Those players towards outer B, Slasher on one end, it'll be Cellium on the other. And
nice
these are the pixel fights, but as Scene gets that first blood, FaZe already in a tough spot.
Finds a kill, gets on out. Slasher does take care of himself, so that's the A side of the map. You know, it's where the battle's going to be going down. Slasher somehow got another one. aBeZy now left all alone and up high. A Scene soars. Round one, aLLeY.
And if Slasher can win those gunfights against Cellium or force him to back down, I mean, that is your key to success on this map, and Asim getting the first bloods as well. Asim has been an ungodly playmaker in this game. He's got the reflection in his eyes. That man can see the future. 1-0 lead right now for the Guerrillas. It was a 6-4 game on Bocage. I would say you know it's going to be close, but honestly, at this point, anything can happen. A triple stack on A on defense for FaZe, and I don't know if this bomb side is quite open. Cellium, this is what he does.
Let's see with the fast plant. Celled. Could definitely see something's up, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be the damage dealt. Out we go. Nade lands. Oh, and a fast move now from aBeZy. I love this. This is an incredibly bold play. Can anyone see this, though? That's the question. Spot, though. Eyes are up. Shots are in. Arcitys with the coverage. Unbelievable. Now, the pressure is on. You have to make a move now if you're aLLeY. The time is there. Oh, he gets the kill. This is 30 seconds remaining, and that's going to be still the defuse going down. There's plenty of players for FaZe to make it happen, and it has to come down to Huke. Huke's got to go big. Will he be able to time this? Indeed. I don't think he can see Arcitys now. He's stacked it up. He's nailed it, and wow, what a round.
Arcitys has to be that guy, and he absolutely was. Man's on bomb, got to protect your boy, and he delivers. Able to get a couple kills, and that is the one that seals the deal and lets him hop back on the bomb. He saw the idea, right? Sparked the cheeky little angle to try to actually watch it, but wasn't quite perfect enough. That is an instant retake for Atlanta. No success over towards B. Tying this game up. We go again.
Once again to the sandy dunes of Desert Siege, our players will stroll. 3 players now through mid now for Atlanta FaZe. They're going to make their way towards A. Heavy tags from Spartan. Opening that is a wonderful start for aLLeY. That first blood. Wickedly decisive now. Arcitys up. And that is a seam. Your boy's been on the spice because he's very prescient right now. Seems to know the plays are going to go down.
I feel like that's the Desert Siege special almost. We see all these nades code for the instant chow, and you just double up on that to find the free kill. This is bomb down in a precarious situation. Plenty of time for Atlanta to work with.
There it is.
But just look at the setup right now that the Guerrillas have.
They've got eyes all over that. Cell at range, Spark. Shots there again with the automaton. There's a much-needed quiet now falls across Desert Siege. No one in position to get the bomb right now, but that is all Slasher's job to watch it. Spark hoping for a pick, and just over 30 seconds to get it done.
And aLLeY might not know that they have the bomb down, so I think FaZe really trying to catch someone on rotation, but Spark, the best catcher in the game, apparently grabs Simp, takes him down. 23.
No.
We will see you later. aLLeY, clean, efficient round. Get the blood to execute. No mistakes made.
And again, to sort of silence the players who are like, oh, look, man, he's going to give it the ball. No, no, no. This is the automaton, and that's it. Nails it. Then the next player, again, is Cellium at such range. A great shot to end the round there. Spark having a wonderful run so far.
We have already witnessed history throughout this tournament, but tournament it ain't over yet. Job not finished. 2-1 lead for aLLeY. Spark is on a 3 on the attack. Well, they tried to work the B-bomb side last time. They were able to get it down, but got retaken instantly. Leaning this direction again, but aBeZy looking for his favorite first blood.
aBeZy stunned up. They know he's there, but he can hold that. Whoa, okay, he makes the dip out.
8 HP.
Oh, wow, so close to being taken care of. Asim still with bomb in hand. 2-man stack over towards the B-bomb site now for FaZe. They've got eyes on it, and I wonder. As Simp now makes his way through mid, he's got to check every corner. 2 players now for FaZe, either side of the map, in the deepest corners, and that's a great open. What spot once again, another first blood.
And Simp, by the way, he's making these plays potentially with the bomb in hand, but he breaks in, gets gunned. Simp there to shut him down. You pick the bomb back up, but Simp, he saw that. He's reading this like a book.
Well, Simp now, it seems to be paint by colors. He's going to go for it. Paint by numbers, sorry. Boink. I'll take it back. I'm not sure who messed up more, me or him. Great stuff out of Huke.
And look how deep of a corner Cellium has found himself.
Too
On
deep.
or off the map, he is so close, but he didn't check this in time. This bomb will get planted. If Huke can get away with his life, that will be massive.
But look at the pinch now. You've got such a broad pinch. The disparity at which the FaZe players are from one another could be their death knell right now. They've got to get closer. Cell is not going to check everything. He simply can't. He doesn't have enough of an FOV.
And Slasher's going to see him at some point. There you go. Him and Spark with the team shots to take him down. All of a sudden, Arcitys by himself, but run off the map. No hope of winning this round. LAG at that 3-1 lead.
Wow. It's truly happening, friends. Round by round. Arcitys throws himself off the map there to not give anyone on LAG a kill. They're all on a spree now, and what you don't want to do on this map is give your opponents kill streaks. A glide bomb here would really suck for FaZe.
And just good trades coming through him. And again, Simp is trying to make plays with the bomb, but Spark, I mean, he's been getting these first bloods. An advantage like that on this map can go a long way. FaZe, though, back on the attack, working from the deficit. Spark is on a 5. They are playing aggressive towards B on defense. At least it's a stack. I take the word aggressive back, but here we go.
Oh, there it is. Oh, no way! You've seen the opening kill! In and out.
And it's a full right back towards A. That's exactly where this bomb is.
Oh, my goodness. They've read this one so perfectly. Back to front, and the nades are going to obscure the view of Arcitys. He probably didn't see a seam there atop the trains. Here comes the nades. 1 minute to play with. Explosions ringing across that turned over train card. Simp there answers back. Finally a sign of life here for Atlanta FaZe. Still making that bomb go towards A, and Spark once again. Bloody Spark! Still Sparks! LAG! The gentle pat of encouragement, but what a play call.
A new kid on the block with the boomstick. You make the aggressive play call again. It seemed the mastermind for those first bloods, but here's the highlight reel. The bait for the blood, and then he just flies in. Team shots on point. You got a glide bomb on Desert Siege. I cannot possibly express how easy it is to use on this map.
4-1. Glide bomb in hand. aBeZy sadly sitting on the donut now, 0-5. Once he gets going, though, it's going to be dangerous signs, and it's a different look now from Atlanta FaZe. They're trying to get inside. They know the glide bomb's on the menu. And it's not going to taste good, that's for sure.
You cannot let this bomb get planted if you are FaZe in either site unless you have a massive man advantage. Sparta's alive in the back. He's got the glide, and there's another first blood. A site is wide open. Someone for FaZe has to make a move. aBeZy's thinking about the flank, but he's got to go fast. If this bomb gets planted, it's GG, or maybe not. Pick them apart one by one, 2 versus 4.
aBeZy could be the man to get this done. He could be the absolute hero. That's the makings of it. The first. There's now aBeZy and Cellium, the 2v3, the shots are there, the damage dealt, but Spark remains strong. He's standing upright. The pinch now on. One at the head of the train, one at the caboose. And Cellium and aBeZy now trying to hit the pinch. Cell doing what he can to keep this going, but here comes LAG, and it is a seam! It is a seam! aBeZy in the 1v2 now, a technical 1v3 with 30 seconds on the clock.
He gets out of dodge, though. Still plenty of time for him to make this play. He was on a donut coming into this round. Now he's looking for his ace. Nade connects, that's for the intel. Looking for the picks.
Here we go, bomb's gonna get fast planted now. Will Asim now dive into the jaws of aBeZy. Noise being made, oh dear. Here we go, no! Asim stops it dead in his tracks. As aBeZy, he gets 2 kills on the board. A very, very good attempt, but Asim is just too hot to handle right now.
And you don't even have to use the glide. Again, a first blood for LAG sets you up. He's gonna have 1 HP at the end of this. Yeah, down to 4, barely wins the gunfight, but the playmaker takes him down. 5-1 lead. You have the glide bomb that you might not need. Sparta's on an 8 spree, maybe unkillable.
It's a slight fumble there, grabbing the bomb out of spawn for Atlanta FaZe now. Forward they go. Now this round is not only to put the LAG team here on tournament point, it is also to make history. Here in the Search and Destroy records, Asim should spot Simp now the run through mid-map. He's gunned him. It is all down to Arcitys. 1v3. Here come LAG now. The bomb is down as Arcitys is in a world of hurt. What a comeback it would be from him now. What a moment it would be to pull the series back here in this moment, but at this stage, I don't think it's possible.
He's worried about the bomb, he's worried about the flank, he's worried about 3 players trying to make moves, but what can you do? You're up high, you're gonna get spotted at some point. Trying to show off the parkour, but it's only a matter of time. Arcitys, last one up. How long before he falls?
He's trying to avoid the inevitable! I don't believe it! Minnesota's on their feet. History has just been made. LAG have now set the new record for search and destroy victories in a row. And not only that, they're on tournament point.
I mean, this is the style of play that Slasher loves in this game mode, but this kind of turnaround has been unreal.
Holy shit.
Play calls on play calls, every single first blood just about. I mean, Slasher dominating the outer lanes, seeing all of the clutch gunfights in the world, making plays. Meanwhile, Spark, 8-1.
Wow.
He was placing top 16 in challengers online. Well, welcome to the CDL, welcome to LAN, and welcome to the grand finals. Unbelievable. Time and time again.
Liam coming through with one of the most magnificent dad jokes he could possibly hit at this point. Yeah, boy, didn't choke that one. Atlanta FaZe experiencing lag. Here's a look at the replays. Again, a historic match here in the CDL. I cannot believe it, Chance. 5-1 could be the final score if LAG can win one more map and close out the tournament.
Dude, in FaZe on one of their best maps, literally had nothing for them. No answer to Spark, no answer to Slasher, and a Simp bringing the gunny the entire time. LAG trying to do the unbelievable to complete what, I mean, again, someone else can have this conversation, but without question in the conversation, one of the best runs in a tournament of all time. Now, if you do that with a sub, #1, no questions about it. What a day, what a lovely day.
Spark tweeted not too long ago that all the support from the fans, all the support, you know, the success they're having, life feels like a movie right now. I'll tell you what, this is very much the third and final act. Tuscan Control coming up next. Another unbelievable map. Atlanta FaZe are still, statistically, the team to beat here. But goddamn, is this happening?
Dude, we are in Minnesota. Something in the air is different. It was the Rokkr that proved comebacks are possible in a best-of-9 grand final, so it is not over yet, but for LAG, just one more map, and I don't know, taking advantage of the ice cold.
Ice cold indeed. Man alive, what an unbelievable show this is, friends. We are going to play another Control after this. Tuscan, this is it. This is tournament point. I can't believe what I'm saying for LAG. The run has been incredible. As you can see, the fans here in Minnesota are loving every second of it. Another unbelievable turn of events, historic day of Call of Duty.
And we are without question going into Atlanta's like home on Tuscan Control. They have an unbelievable record of 8-2. OpTic the only team to beat them on this map, but at this point, I believe anything can happen. We said the same thing about the Tuscan Hardpoint. We said the same thing about the Desert Siege. I thought that middle section was going to be Atlanta FaZe's wheelhouse, but LAG, they've been doing the impossible all weekend long.
Yeah, truly the impossible, the stuff that miracles are certainly made of. One more map is all they need, and we'll see, mate. Tuscan. This, I mean, hit me with the stats, babe. Let's get through this. Is this, I mean, this is another big one for FaZe, right?
That was the expectation. But
right.
Again, like the past couple have been the case. They've just had their number. I mean, Asim seemingly can do whatever he wants. Spark in the same category. This is the best Slasher has looked in years. I don't even know, but he has brought the heat. Slasher, if nothing else, not only does he love the losers bracket runs, but he definitely loves LAN.
He does indeed. Here we go. This is it. Tournament point now for Los Angeles Guerrillas. It's been a long time coming, but this could well be it. Atlanta FaZe, their backs firmly against the wall. We know what they're made of. Tough stuff, some of the toughest here in the league. But now we put them to the test. They have to now mount the comeback. And aBeZy, one of the players that absolutely we have to see him turn it around. One of the most ferocious players we've ever seen. And on the other side of the board, the near entirety of the Los Angeles Guerrillas, Spa included. What a performance, and at the helm, Slasher.
And Huke's name, by the way, we have not said enough because he has been the solid guy, while apparently Asim is the playmaker, main slayer. Huke been putting in some serious work, but here we go. FaZe off the rip. Maybe not quite leaning towards B, but certainly the pressure that direction. Looking to string something together on offense, but there's Huke, gotta say it now. Two-piece for him, he's able to get. Nice little start, map controlled.
Los Angeles Guerrillas now on defense, pushing these players of FaZe back as far as they can go. aBeZy, though, slipped out, made his way through mid, now hoping to provide a bit of pressure. But here's the flank, and it's Huke, and it's aLLeY, and it's worked out. Asim through mid-map, cuts him down. Time still ticking now, open again. But business is LAG on the defense.
He's wide open. Look at the flank already. Asim not wasting any time. He's trying to fly. The question is, the FaZe read it. Number 3 turned around, but a couple bodies. I mean, Cellium is spinning in circles, trying to wait for the information, but a couple kills go their way. They make the read on the flank, but that's flank number 2. Slasher gets the kill.
Flying on through P5 now. Here comes LAG. Still trying to hold this one down in the attack as they land the FaZe. Big shots now at Arcitys, trying to stay alive. Vulcan hand. Oh my, Huke's just cut him in half. First segment's gone. Here comes the hit, and once again, the Skywalker flies high, cuts another one down over by column. You still managed to get the first segment through. That's huge for FaZe.
Asim gets set up, but the stun's on point. FaZe ready for it. And they do get a tick over towards B, so at least a nice little attempt. Now you just make sure you secure this 8 point, buy yourself the extra time, and try to read those flanks. This is 5-0 for Huke, but he gets shut down. Arcitys with a massive one-on-one to keep the dream alive.
And that's huge. Again, that's proof that FaZe still very much alive and kicking here. They're making the reads. Big wins again from Arcitys, as he has to be the guy. 6-3 so far. Cellium 0-4. He's getting bodied. They do capture A. An additional minute to work with now, with the 3 segments in the bag, plus 1 on B, makes 4. Quick maps.
Someone's got to rotate too. Huke is quick over towards P5. You see FaZe actually 2 players coming through P5, 2 players coming through the top, so it is a 2-front war. Got to go big on these gunfights. Simp is regenning up in P5. Huke is able to pick up 1 as Simp. They clear out P5. Now you read the pressure, but number 5 and number 7, they are turned. They are ready for this.
Slasher's got to make these plays against 2 super ARs. Arcitys wins it. That's an open lane to work with now. 2 players now able to get their way through the back, trying to clear out the church side. Oh, what the hell is that spawn? What the hell was that spawn from Slasher? Hey, that tells you one thing. The COD gods are on their side right now.
Welcome to Tuscan. It'd be like that sometimes, and honestly, the spawns will continue to be a little bit weird, but now Simp on the attack. He has made his move to the point.
Players all over the place now. Simp trying to make something happen here. Big wins. Again, that's 3 in a row. Here's Asim now hitting the point. Can he find any more here? Sees the ghost of Slasher roam through P5. Asim guns him down. He can't get it all done by himself. As Arcitys is on the run, but it's so hard to catch him. He's gone. He's so fast. Check every corner. He's out. He's going to be back in a minute to try to kill you. He's just killing your teammates. Oh, God. It's like a Benny Hill skit.
I mean, you are literally chasing ghosts just to get gunned, and well, stable on defense so far. 15 seconds left. This is your final push, but number 6, he's waiting for the flank, but who's the front line man? 8-2, trying to run it up.
The nuke finds 2. Final 5 seconds, and that is Spark, brings him down. Final lives gone. And that is the round to LAG. 2 more is all they need.
The spirit of Nicky D gave us the Rampart. Spark in living flesh has given us the Vulcan. So many players have tried to use it. No one uses it like these 2. Huke making plays. He's able to pick up a pair, give him the 4th in a row, and then Spark was right behind him. 1 round for LAG. 2 more to go, and they walk away champions.
Huke is 10-3. aBeZy, wonderful work on the flank. Huge 2-piece, cuts those players out as Atlanta FaZe now try to buckle up for the long winter. Defend these A point against the relentless aggression of the cheery and very summery-filled now LAG players. Unlucky from Simp, but massive attempt. Again, now you've got an opening for Huke, who is on an absolute heater.
aBeZy doesn't have hops.
No one seemingly does. No one does in this event.
Still, though, it is a scattered push for LAG, though, right? You have the map coverage everywhere. Seam gets the roam, or aBeZy, rather, excuse me, as Cellium is able to pick up 2. FaZe pressure all over the map. D is slightly open, but if you can call it that, LAG struggling to get out of their spawn. I mean, you have FaZe players scattered all over the map. Finally, they find aBeZy, and finally for LAG, there's an opening towards A.
And finally, you start to knock one of the legs off the table, and another grows in its place like some wicked wooden HyDra. As Arcitys stays alive. 3 spree from him. You do manage to get one member of LAG there on the point. It is going to be Slasher. Over to Huke now. 11-5. Unbelievable performance out of the young phenom. For years and years, we've said, one of the greatest first-person players to do it, a generational talent. He has yet to truly find his footing. This could well be the day. Second segment at A goes to LAG.
Slasher put in the moves, man. It looks like A might get secured unless number 4 Arcitys can make a play. Huke gets shut down, and Arcitys does. He picks up 2, and he is on a 5. The hero for this team when they need him. Looking for that glide.
Less than 30 seconds, Atlanta FaZe can tie things back up. They've got a wonderful spread across the entire map. It is on Cellium now to watch that B side of the map. There are 2 members of LAG there. Arcitys win this fight, get 6. That's big. Can he take the fight against Spot? Yes, he can. One more, he gets himself a glide bomb. Cellium now doing the unthinkable. He wins both of those fights, managing to keep the B zone safe. You get 1 onto A. We stop the clock at 12.8.
And we saw on the feed, by the way, Arcitys got shut down moments before he was able to pick up the glide. So massive gunfights won by LAG. We now should have this A point secured, and that'll take care of business, and a couple more kills go their way. The biggest problem LAG have, 9 make it, 8 lives remaining. Ooh. Now down to 7. Arcitys, 16 kills to his name, putting the team on his back. With 6 lives remaining, you gotta have a perfect push to try to cap B. Near impossible.
It's gonna happen now though. 48 or 47 seconds now to play with 5 lives remaining for LAG to make this happen. Plenty for Atlanta FaZe. Surely their defensive round has been very costly for LAG to get to this point here in the round. What? That body hit the bloody ceiling.
You got 2 players on point. This might be the stack. You get a couple more kills.
God.
This might be the stack. You can get a couple players on it.
No way! It's a 4-man stack! 2 of them drop. The zone is being captured so quickly. LAG now scrambling to find the attackers. The defending team now making their way in. Spot gets 2. The contest is on. Slash on the last man alive. Finds 1. Brought down. And oh my God, it was an attempt. Atlanta FaZe. They pucker up at the final moments. They get the point sorted. You could not have a more perfect attempt at the end there, and Atlanta FaZe, they just about handle it.
I mean, first of all, oh my God, how close they were to winning that round. Second of all, you have 6 lives remaining, 0 ticks on B, and you turn it into 2. That might be enough to get that defense for the round 5. Plays like that can go a long way, and this was the setup. Huke starts to shred. The coordination out of green is on point. And you really just got so close. I mean, that stack, again, that is the difference maker in control. We have learned our lesson.
It's around 11 seconds with all 4 players there to capture a single point, and they were damn close. Atlanta FaZe, by the skin of their teeth, they managed to survive. Slasher and Simp kills going their way. Cell managing to keep things going. That's a 3 spree from him, now comes to a close, and it is Slasher once again. 16 and 12 so far. Unbelievable stuff here on Control.
Just so clutch time and time again while Arcitys is lighting up the feed. Well, Slasher right there with him, and Huke again. 18 to his name. Spark gets shut down, and the A point opened up just a little bit for Atlanta. Flank is coming through, but it's a long way away. But Slasher again, every gunfight you win when you're on defense, always a big deal.
FaZe ties things up. First segment A good. aBeZy wins a massive gunfight towards the flank, keeps it all good in the hood now for Atlanta FaZe. 2-man on the stack, second segment gone. They're going to add another minute to the clock if they can keep this going. But this is ample time now for LAG to set up towards B and hopefully sniff out these attacking players.
Oh, and Yassine was checking his coordinates and taken down, so he's just trying to be that roaming slayer, the thorn in their side, and Huke is now being sent on the hunt. Huke there to take him down.
Oh,
couple kills go their way, and LAG clear their base. Plenty of time, though, for Atlanta to work with, but gunfights are not easy.
No one can kill us, and Huke's on the flank. Huke is on the flank. Oh, God, he's got another, and now the guns are up. Eyes towards the next set of spawns as he is truly in that flow state, flying around. It's 21 kills to the 12 now, deaths of Huke. And Simp is straight back in spawn. It's a rolling wheel of death. And LAG, this guerrilla tactics, hit and run, constantly on the move. FaZe simply stunned here on attack.
And I have heard heaps of criticism from Huke throughout this tournament. That blows my mind.
Oh my God.
Here he is in the grand finals on what might be the final map, and he has been the fry man. So much map control right now for LAG. B point secured for the moment. No ticks, Atlanta. Need to string something together. Trying to hit this from all angles.
FaZe managed to find him, trying to grab it, but a map control now, it's all theirs. An unfortunate nade there from aBeZy. Tags his teammates up. Still, this is not going to slow down the hit too much. Here comes FaZe. Forward they go. Nice crossfire there from LAG. Keeping the play slow and steady now for them. Oh my God! Arcitys gets Chris rocked! And now Cell, he's the last man up for his team on this side of the map. This is not a good look with 30 seconds to go.
Come out with your hands up. Well, he was surrounded. Slasher gets taken care of on the flank, but defense has been strong. 25 seconds left. No ticks through, but the laser vision is in. FaZe trying to set this one up. They got the flank coming through as well. That's a player might just spawn into death. FaZe trying to hit it, but now they're getting flanked as well.
I see him trying to do what he can. Brings down one. A teammate goes down as well. Now on the flank, once again, it's Huke. Huke once again. Heroics. Cellium was on a 5 spree. Can he get this kill as well? As Huke has been unkillable, but Cell finds the silver bullet for that monster. A 6 spree done. aBeZy can't get on the point in time. And it was a valiant attempt. It was a millisecond away from the contest.
A millisecond away is close, but now we are 1 round away, level close, from LAG with the sub, who are in losers round 1 to making this comeback and winning the entire thing. A spectacle and a half. Spark the Magic Man looking for that opening kill, and the nade there to back him down. 1 more round. All LAG needs.
This is going to have to be something historic now from Atlanta FaZe. To rise to the occasion truly here, they are in dire straits. Good defensive work though, right off the rip. They've got solid mid-map pressure. It's going to be a 4-man hit now from LAG. They can taste victory, it's close. But you got to be careful. If they bite off more than they can chew, you know FaZe will give you a mean case of indigestion.
FaZe though, they get the wipe. They bring the pressure over towards B. Arcitys again wins another big one. FaZe fighting to not be on the receiving end of the bad side of Call of Duty history. A tournament for the ages. But Guerrillas right now stuck towards their spawn, trying to fight out. They are already down to 19 lives, no progression made. FaZe have been like rocks, but Cellium gets cut down. This might be the opening for Ed.
Now again, don't forget, Atlanta FaZe will be getting defense if we have to go to another round. But right now, Azeem, he spawned Huke on the A zone with a slow capture. This is going to be big from Arcitys. No, he's been taken care of. Oh my word. With 30 seconds remaining here, the second segment at A will come to a close. Atlanta FaZe, this is the Alamo. It all comes down to the B zone.
Who knew in Call of Duty Vanguard you could have lag on land? These guys turning up. Still not over yet, and aBeZy wins a couple pieces on defense. You see flanks being set up potentially, but that push through the P1 side of the map. Arcitys is there, but he is going to fall. aBeZy there for the trade. Push through P5, though. It's open now because Huke flying through.
2-man hit. Onto the point we go now. Simp trying to be sneaky. The timing on this push is going to be great because, again, he's got a couple of players in his sight. Great awareness to check the back. Oh, my God! Slasher guns him. Clock still ticking. It's a very slow and very particular push now from LAG, but they cannot get ahead of themselves. As Atlanta FaZe, they are set up for the defense. Simp and aBeZy in the kill feed, locking the point down as Slasher continues to be an absolute menace, 24-20.
We have seen LAG in this map when they are down on lives making hero plays. Well, here they are, down on lives again. Trying to even up the odds. 30 seconds left on the clock. They can win this here.
LAG, they seal themselves defense. Should we have to go any further? Azeem tagged up. Patience is going to pay off as the squad arrives. Oh, wonderful work from FaZe. Massive kills. As aBeZy, Simp and Arcitys stay alive, hold it down. Arcitys once again. Unbelievable work on the defense. 10 seconds remaining, and that should be the round. 12 lives for FaZe, ample time to stay alive here. LAG, though, the effort towards A. They have secured defense. Final round, Tuscan control.
How many round 5s have LAG had in control throughout this tournament? Too many to count. Here they are, though, trying to get this done. LAG in 6 was the call they made. Not actually, but this is it, man. 1 round potentially to end it all. FaZe back against the wall. I don't know who managed to get defense. LAG, they got it.
73% of Tuscan defense rounds are won.
Arcitys is on a 5, by the way. Keep it in mind.
An incredible statistic. Very much favoring now Los Angeles Guerrillas. This is it. Atlanta FaZe, progress towards A. aBeZy cannot win the battle against Simp there in the spawn. It's a big one from Simp now to try to keep the flank safe. He has to continue to keep the flank safe because Spark's here now.
There's just so much pressure. LAG just trying to apply and keep him off A if you can. The kills come through. Headshots all the way down, and A has not yet been secured. Number 2, Simp, he might be trying to get out towards B. Maybe that's the play call. He's on a 4 spree. He's got teammates' presence. They're trying to make the progress over towards B.
Simp and his battle brother aBeZy, they find their respective kills. And now B is not a safe place to be for LAG. Into the point we go. Now Simp on the prowl. The Reaper, they're managing to find another one. Unbelievable gun skill again from the youngster. Spots a spawner. No! aBeZy brings him down. Over to the B zone, now we go. Holding the FaZe point down. Again, it's going to be aBeZy and Arcitys. They've got 2 segments. aBeZy flies in, gets gun. Spark goes down as well. FaZe still alive. It's on aBeZy to do what he can to run away and keep it going.
There's only one player here. Huke's by himself right now looking for the kills, and Huke picks up 2. Delivers for his team, but so much progress Atlanta has made. And A looks to be wide open. You still have the pressure though. I think LAG, they have to chalk this one up. You put the pressure out towards roof, you spawn him out towards fountain, and you hold on to B. 1 tick though for FaZe. You get 1 break and you are alive in this tournament. But they need some sort of opening. And LAG, aBeZy making plays all over the map, finding kills, so tough to be cleared out. FaZe are being offered nothing. All 4 players now, the top side of the map. It'll be Smart, maybe the first player on that back tank to deal with the entirety of Atlanta.
15 lives and a single segment on control. Keep Atlanta FaZe in the tournament, and they're trying to go. aBeZy is there. Oh my word, he gets 2.
aBeZy is there.
aBeZy. Unbelievable performance from him. Lives starting to dwindle. Plenty of time still to play with though. Spark locks the backside down. LAG, hold on to B.
They're trying to survive 1 more minute. And we will have witnessed Call of Duty history. Still pressure towards P5. Atlanta trying to gear up for the push. Plenty of players over towards Church, but anytime, any gunfight, LAG win goes a long way. Slasher gets the first.
And Arcitys has to remain alive in this situation as aBeZy continues to be a bastion of defense now for LAG. Spark,
another one.
The substitute seemingly sent from heaven to keep them in the tournament and now put them in a position to win it. 35 seconds to get this done. Simp soars to the point. His teammates backing him up, and this could be it. You've managed to get one on. Here comes the second player from FaZe. It's going to be Arcitys to try to back him up. You have to go now. The point is being captured. Is anyone there to contest? Who would it be? It's aBeZy. Oh my God, the kills are there. And the time's still going in favor. Oh my word, aBeZy. The lives dwindling. Cellium now on the point, and this is it. 29.6 on the clock. You've got 1 man on it. It could become down to a 1v1, and Cellium stays alive. And there it is! He captures the point alone! FaZe, stay alive!
Down but not out. I can feel the stress. The players can feel the stress. Clutch in the final moments. They set up, they get the 1 good break in FaZe. The dream is not dead. More maps to be played, and Cellium with the clutch kills towards the end. Him and Simp make the move, they find those final kills. In unbelievable Tuscan control. We were moments away from LAG being crowned the victor, but Atlanta is there to shut him down.
Quick look at the stats. aBeZy, 34 and 36 from him, a wonderful turnaround, but Arcitys continues to be the absolute champion for Atlanta FaZe. 34 and 26, breaks the 4,000 damage mark. The only other players in the game that do that were Spark and Huke for LAG. And what an unbelievable run from them. And I must say, it's a shame, because it would have been wonderfully poetic to win a shield as a trophy on a defense round in control. Here are the highlights.
I mean, just, you know, the final 90 seconds we will show you. It is FaZe repeatedly trying to gear up for that 1 final push. And I mean, literally comes down to the wire. Hearts gotta be thumping, comms gotta be flowing. But all it is that 1 opening moment. FaZe eventually able to pick up 2, and they deliver in the clutch. As tense as it could possibly be, I feel like I'm running out of breath, and I can only imagine what is going on in the minds of the players. But keep in mind, it comes down to a 4 versus 3 on lives towards the end, down to the wire. Every gunfight won is so important. The trades on Slasher, I think through Church is where Atlanta got it done. And as soon as they get geared up for this final push, and unbelievable too, because I mean, again, LAG, we're just so on point for such a long time, but those are good reads in the final moment. Simp able to pick up a couple. He gets out barely. His teammates there for protection. He picks up the next one. You get the stack players forced to fly in, and Cellium is the guy who wins the clutch gunfights in the final moments. There's the first, barely. As he soars on in, honestly, it's literally every single player on FaZe. Call of Duty timing at its literal finest.
Cellium.
Taking care of business.
Cellium, dude. He was a millisecond, once again, from being destroyed by both those players, potentially losing the gunfight against a team, but he gets it done. And that is the stuff that true champions are made of. Is this the catalyst? Is this a great spark to ignite the fire within FaZe? We're not done yet.
And you got to the point for LAG where you were a millisecond, an extra kill for being champion. So close, yet so far. Now it goes back being an entire map. Into Berlin S&D we go. This was the map they clutched up on against Boston to get themselves to this situation. They have been here before. And for FaZe, I mean, they're just staring down the barrel. They got to win the next 3 in a row. They got a Bocage after that. I mean, they're almost undefeated on that map, so by no means FaZe, like, they have solid maps at their disposal for the final 3, but I mean, at this point, it is a guessing game. Who knows what is going to happen?
We have no idea what's going to happen next. Don't forget, Berlin, Search and Destroy, the map that Atlanta FaZe lost to OpTic Texas in the Major 1. The final map, this is a Major 1. We'll see, though, friends. Wow. Are you entertained, Minnesota? Are you not entertained? Love that Gladiator quote. What a movie. Russell Crowe, bloody legend. Or is he? Who knows? I honestly have no idea what is about to happen in this grand finals. This has gone way off script. We expected Atlanta FaZe to close this out quite quickly with a dominant performance, but now we find ourselves in a very precarious spot, friends. The comeback could be on, mate. That has to be said. FaZe are a team to get it done. You can never, ever count them out.
No, and the question is, who has that Minnesota ice, right? I mean, you have one side for LAG where they've been clutch literally since the second series they've had this tournament. A miraculous tear that they have gone on. And obviously for FaZe, you're in a grand finals. You did not win the first one, uncharacteristically so for the team. You find yourself down 4-1. But for those guys, you know what they're saying behind the stage. It is one map at a time. Until they are down, they are not out.
They are not out indeed. Well, Berlin Search and Destroy will be our next map. We remain on tournament point now for LAG. Once again, playing not only for the crown of Major 2 and a whopping, I believe, $100,000 for the team. But again, that shield, center stage, Rokkr, provide 200,000. Sorry, man, I've never been good with numbers. That whopping shield, again, provided by Minnesota Rokkr. For now, Atlanta FaZe, it is a brief respite. Let that adrenaline drop, let that heart rate sink just a little bit. Those deep breaths, that is exactly what they need right now. They've bought themselves a lifeline. How far can they go?
I mean, this is unbelievably difficult for all 8 players on the stage to continue at this pace for this many maps, but LAG have returned for what could be the final map for these guys to take the crown, but until you put FaZe down, the pressure is always on. Berlin S&D, I mean, Boston was one of the best teams in the game on this map. LAG had an answer. Atlanta FaZe, one of the best teams in the game. Guerrillas have been on point so far. They are on a 9 streak when it comes to Search and Destroy. The best in the CDL. And this is their path to victory. At least initially, that was my expectation, that the respawns would be difficult. Admittedly, they've gotten 2 of them. But they have still been perfect in Search and Destroy. They teed off on them on Desert Siege, and that just means the code for FaZe Tupac has to readjust. Figure out what the game plan is going to be, listen to the wisdom, and bounce back, because that last Search and Destroy was a masterclass. Every single first blood was going towards the Guerrillas. Slasher was dominating the AR gunfights. Asim, the playmaker, and Spart, I mean, 8-1 getting glide bombs. Who knows what we are about to witness?
Again, a historic performance out of LAG as an, just as a team. as an org. This is the...
So close.
So close they could taste it. But again, as close as they are, it is not over yet. One more map. FaZe now looking to get it done. Looking about the comeback. Looking to keep this dream alive for them. Last time they tasted victory, it was, of course, the 2022 World Championship, that CDL playoffs. Rings, bomber jackets, you name it, they got all the goodies. They got the kicks, they got it all. They got the glory. They stole it from the entire league, from the whole world, and now they are fighting tooth and nail to remain alive here in the Vanguard season. It's a new year, it's a new look for the league. And it's a spicy one at that. Here we go.
In a lobby with a laundry list of world champions all across this stage. FaZe attacking A, straight off the rip. Who tries to strike for the first blood, but he met the Reaper. aBeZy there to take him down, already advantage towards Atlanta. The nade's coming through, but that door is closed, so no access there. Spark though through the wall, able to find a kill, even up the odds.
Teammate right behind him providing the covering fire. Slasher with a beautiful bit of overwatch over his shoulder. 3v3 now. With aBeZy dipped out on Huke as well, we are going to see what happens again. The bomb being planted now at A.
And this might be a triple flank coming through for LAG. Maybe number 7 rat back, but you see the idea. They got to clear out this spawn. You know the clutch spots for this bomb plant. A team finds the angle for the next pick, though. The playmaker delivers.
Such patience. Tiniest, the slither of angles. Now Spot's about to run into a whole load of trouble. Here comes Simp and Arcitys. There's one. Guns him. Second one's up. Simp's today. Now 1v2. Do-si-do. Simp wins it. Staying alive. It's a technical 1v3 if he can get Slasher as well. No! Austin Lidigo, nerves of steel, brings him down. Gets the first round.
Good God, the Bocage S&D opens up with Simp getting a clutch in a 1v2, nearly the 1v3. The slide of death, but that is a round where FaZe uncharacteristically, after getting the first blood, just get picked apart. LAG deliver. And Slasher just getting the call. He is one shot. Go hunt that man down. First round to LAG.
Simp, arguably the most mechanically gifted and cerebral player Call of Duty has ever seen. Trying to pull his team through this one. LAG now up. Bomb towards A. 2-2 split on the defense now for FaZe. It's getting real loud in that train station.
Still though, that 2-2 split. No pressure being put on. No one making crazy plays. Slasher might be looking for a nice angle to try to get that first blood, but I think with the information game, they're leaning this bomb towards B, but I mean, Simp, you talk about being cerebral. He does get spotted. The nade's coming through, 36 HP, but there is no follow-up. He's able to stay alive, and he picks off the seam. FaZe another first blood.
Sensational first blood, and Cellium to boot. The second one comes through. LAG now. That bomb is down on the point. We're going to see who get at least one, and that's a big kill out of aBeZy to trade him out immediately. Now, over to Slasher. 1v3, bomb down in a not-so-favorable place.
And good luck, right? You're dealing with one of the tears over towards B. You got to pick up that bomb, and you really have just lost all information on where these players could be. No mistakes yet. This should be a freebie. 1v2.
He was going in blind. Now, he's been gifted with knowledge. A little loud. Here comes the defense. And it's a massive win from FaZe. They had the numbers and the positioning. And whether Slasher gets that kill or not, there's another player behind him. FaZe bounce back.
Even with the sweat on his brow, Cellium there to deliver. FaZe obviously does their homework. A team, we saw him make the play earlier against Boston where he opens up the window, tries to make that aggro play. Well, Simp makes the read, and that's a moment where he was down to 36 HP. He's getting tagged up. He's getting naded. Still finds that first blood. FaZe are 2 for 2. Getting those intro kills. They went to A last time around, got picked apart. They're trying once again.
In and towards A. Broken glass all over the place. Blowing the doors, the walls off in a moment, and here we go. Everyone posted up in their usual spots. Standard looks. Spark, very lucky to be alive. Survives the onslaught of grenades, and now here come FaZe, up close and personal.
Who felt the pressure? He just gets picked again. Another first blood. That is now 3 in a row, but there's a big flank coming through. Cellium's making that read. Spark looking for more wall bangs that he cannot find. And Cellium on the flank. That might be the gunfight that seals the deal. Bomb planted, clutch spot secured. And aBeZy, I mean, he's just looking for the gunfights. The next one's there, but you got the pinch. Instead of it's 2v2, but Simp, he's just playing this spot, ready for this read, a 1v2 for Slasher.
It's a very, very good bit of work from LAG to even survive in this situation. And Slasher might have been gifted the information there. Still 30 seconds, 1v2. Gonna go the long way around. He has just enough time to get this done, but these gunfights have got to be decisive. He doesn't have the time to waste anymore.
They're just stacked up inside, they're playing corners. Can
Here he
Slasher
goes.
make this read?
Here he goes. Bang! Cell with a gunny. Oh, that's so scary, man. Breathe the fire out of your lungs. Get ready for another round.
I mean, it got interesting, but again, Simp just playing that like off angle effectively back towards those stairs, ready to make that pinch. So it got dicey, but you keep the man advantage. Great reads on the flank. Cell putting on right now. A couple clutch gunfights he's able to pick up. FaZe. Obviously not a comfortable lead very early on, but you will take that 2-1 advantage. LAG, we talked about the system. They will take things slow. They will play for information, make those adjustments. Play cheek angles and look for those first bloods. aBeZy, he gets the help, but then he gets dropped. Man advantage LAG.
Played it slow, my ass. Here they go. They've managed to get themselves 2 kills. Now it's the 2v3. Sparkback's on up. A Mountain Dew featured player. Oh my God, he didn't see him. He sees him this time. Damage is in. Here comes the hit, and here we go. Cell, will he get out? No, he slides into the fight, and Cellium. Oh my God, what battle this is. Jiminy Crickets!
How?
Cell stays alive, but it makes it a 1v1, and oh my God, now it's Arcitys versus Huke.
Cellium has no right to live that long, but Arcitys doesn't either. Just gets dropped. And Huke, I mean, the look on that man's face before this series started, I don't know if he has blinked in 2 hours.
Can we get some eye drops to the stage, please? Eye drops to the stage.
Tied things up. Nice play call as well, right? aBeZy gets aggressive, but the stack is there for the trades. Finally, LAG, I can't even remember if they got the first blood, but after the trades came through, what makes a difference? First time they're not going towards A, so for the moment, aSeam has got to be the lone defender.
Seems the lone man. All the stuns come through, but again, his teammates are nowhere to be found. aSeam's doing it all alone. He's
Gets
dead.
picked. Yep,
He's got picked. The plant's in.
And that should be the round, in all honesty. You get the bomb down, LAG, no one there for the response. You're going to have to find picks, but you have to gun so many players to try to clutch this round.
1 kill at a time. That's what you're going to need to see now for LAG. First up, Arcitys. Or maybe it's going to be it's aBeZy, and he's going to get it going. There's one. Huke's now on the flank. Can he spot aBeZy there on the bomb site? 30 seconds now to work with. Slasher's trying to get involved. Oh, the flank as well. Has to take care of a few more. Cellium does win a fight. Over there, that is it. FaZe, start to finish. Perfect execution.
All that is just a nice play call from Atlanta. They show the bait, they go away a couple times, and then they just aggro over towards B. And aSeam is by himself, and again, it is that homework on aSeam. We see him make plays in the B side, trying to push out the window. Simp makes the read a couple rounds before. aSeam likes to make plays on defense, flying out, outer B, looking for picks. Atlanta FaZe make the reads. They have done their homework. Listen to their coach. They now have a 3-2 lead, and aSeam has to be the guy to make the adjustments. 1 and 5.
Over towards B we go. We're heavily invested here. Huke with the opening blood there on Cellium. That makes the dockside safe.
And it's the same thing. Well, they double stacked this before, so you can't be quite as quick. And right now, LAG, I think that's why they're taking a little bit more time. But even still, 4v3, you clutch up, you get the clutch spots. This should be a round win.
A lot of teams like to stack towards the backside of the map. That's where they want to see the defense come from. aBeZy straight through the front window. 1 kill to get the fight started. Nades are up. Spart in the usual spots. The backside of the map is all LAG. Now Simp looking for his next victim. 30 seconds to get the defuse.
You have to go so fast. You really do just have to fly. It is not easy. Slasher wins the gunfight. aBeZy gets the next hit. He's on a 4, so he wants to stay alive. You're running out of time, and you can't find these kills. And Slasher takes him down. No streaks coming through in a deja vu strat. LAG says, anything you can do, I can do better. They get the bomb down, they execute, they shut down the tear, they even up the odds. And I think aSeam maybe get a little bit more wind in his sails, get that ball rolling.
Sometimes all you need is one.
Has not blinked. Oh, there we go.
Hey! Another round. No snipes just yet for either team. We haven't seen that happen. There's one little biggie, and the second waiting. There's this big bad wolf trying to help the team over towards B.
I was gonna say, if you only spot one player on the cross, there might be a moment to try to rat back, but if you can hit Secret, maybe not, but Asim, there's the adjustment. A little bit more patient. He gets that first blood. That is the bomb down. Obviously not in a terrible spot. FaZe can just go collect it whenever they want, but you are now down a man. Someone's got to make the play. Now they reposition and lean towards this A site, but you got Huke playing a corner. He's got the middle of the map covered. You got Slasher watching over this A site. As soon as Slasher has any information, Huke might be sent on this flank.
Over towards A, we now go with the bomb, and again, every single possible corner right now to provide as much information as possible for LAG. Slasher sees it, can't take the fight. Absolutely no way. Here comes the nades. Looking for the clearance now. Big coverage, Spark gets involved. Big fight there on a Simp, wins it. Cellium's up next. The shots are there, and it is beautiful tracking, but it's Huke on the point! Huke, the assassin, enters under the cover of gunfire. Cleans up the round.
Exactly how you write it down. Huke gets the call, he goes on the flank, he picks up the final 2 kills. LAG again, a 9 streak right now in Search and Destroy. This has been their bread and butter.
What a flexible setup again there from LAG. Any situation, as soon as one player calls it, they're able to immediately react to that kind of fight.
And keep in mind, it was a team that was 1-6 that gets that blood that puts your team in a good position. Now you have Huke 9-4 playing out of his mind in these grand finals. Looking for the first blood. He got it last time against Cellium. Cellium, though, doesn't give it to him this time. And you see the adjustment. Simp now playing outside of P2. Oof. Simp is ready to pounce.
So it's Asim. Big win. That's the first blood. Simp gets involved as well. Now straight over to the bomb site with 4 HP, but no fear in his heart. 1 minute now on the clock. The Atlanta FaZe now start to circle around that B bomb site.
Oh, I was going to say number 8 could go around, but they're stacked up over towards P2. LAG slowing it down.
Oh my word, aBeZy. The timing. A huge kill onto the seam. That was the bomb carry as well, so now you know that one's down. Massive advantage for FaZe.
It's got to be Huke. It's got to be Huke to try to make this play. He spots Arcitys, but now his position is known. He tries to readjust. 38 seconds to work with. There's a bit of time, but FaZe right now, they are stacked up.
He's trying to stack up with Spark though. Will they make the play together? Atop the tank, he now goes. Spots a Simp, gets a Simp. Now over to the next 2. 29 seconds on the clock. Can Huke get this done? 5 spree. Waiting for Spark now at range to back him up. Trying to lure the members of FaZe into his line of sight. And no, it's now a 1v2. Spark unable to help in the fight. Maybe now the slight crack in the armor, but 15 seconds. He still could maybe get this done. It would take a miracle with 10 now to work with. He has to kill these players on bomb. He has to find the bomb somehow, get the plant. It is not gonna happen. FaZe survive.
Just suffocating on defense. I mean, stacked up around the point. The amount of stress these players must be feeling in those moments. I can't imagine, but FaZe able to clutch up. It was such a difficult situation. Simp, by the way, I mean, aggressive play call just to hit out past P2. He gets out with his life with 1 HP. You got to see him winning gunfights out or docked. I mean, a wild round of S&D. The FaZe deliver. Tied up 4-4. Their opportunity to attack. They were perfect last time they went to B. This time, though, there's a couple more players for LAG.
Blow the doors right off the B-bomb site. Spartan out at range, trying to provide cover. Don't let them get across. If they do, you're in trouble. That's a seam now on the trades. Seam may drop. We do manage to get ourselves at least 1 kill from Spark, so now 3v3, bomb down outside B.
And Slasher has this full cross. He's going to be top 3rd fire. When you pick up this bomb, you try to move towards B, you will get spotted, and I think FaZe know the deal. They've tried to rotate to A before, but look who it is. I mean, Huke will be lying there in wait.
He's chilling. Big chilling. Just waiting. Managing to keep himself busy, twiddling his thumbs, because here come FaZe. Enough time has passed now. Here come the LAG players now, making their way forward on the defense, and oh my good God, the moment could be upon us, and this is bloody awkward. This is super awkward. Oh, the eyes are on. The play is there. The damage dealt initially. Here comes the pinch, and it's Spark with the kills as well. Cellium last man up, trying to fight for his life here in the round. This is a big one. Cell with 30 seconds, stays alive.
He thought Huke was going to get the trade, so he tries to make the play call, but Huke actually readjusts. Only 20 seconds left on the clock, telling me you gotta go.
He's got to go. He's still trying to make something happen. Spark, the guns are up, the iron is there, and he pays the iron price. It is tournament point, LAG. Look at this. Who could have honestly caught all of them?
This is it. One more round. LAG make the miracle run. with a substitute player potentially crowned champions against a team that has reigned terror throughout the CDL, and it's an A hit.
Two members of FaZe here. The nades are out. It's an explosive opening. Arcitys is already in. He's safe and sound for now. The shattered glass now as the pressure mounting. LAG can taste it. Forward they go. aBeZy with the first blood once again. Arcitys desperately trying now to get involved. Here comes Huke once again with the kills. 2v4. aBeZy, he's done it. It is now all down to Cellium. It's history in the making, one way or another. It was inevitable. The clock has struck 12. We cannot believe it. It is truly a miracle in Minnesota as the Los Angeles Guerrillas. They've bested FaZe. And they've won a lot more than hearts and minds. They've won the bloody major.
The best losers bracket run of all time. Slasher is a part of all of them, but that man's spark earns that shield. I don't know what kind of magic they have up their sleeves. I don't know what kind of pep talks they were given. Unbelievable performances across the board. And that guy right there.
I don't care what you say, I don't care what you say about the folk, I don't care. That was absolutely unbelievable from Spark. Gunners is back home watching this, could not be prouder of the team, but I cannot believe that a team with a substitute has rocked up here at a major with such formidable opponents, and they have shocked the world.
And so much credit, pick your poison for a player. I mean, Huke that final game, 12, 13, 14 kills, whatever it was, unbelievable. aBeZy, the mastermind playmaker, Slasher back on lane, the inevitability. And Spart as a sub. How the hell has he not been in the league? Absolutely unbelievable.
I truly wondered how we were going to top Major 1. But there it is, a substitute making all the difference here. And LAG playing the finest Call of Duty they've played in years. For the Org, again, a historic victory. It's unbelievable. The crowd is speechless. The elation in the air. Clint, what's going on stage?
Is this thing on?
This is something, man. I'm gonna say what everyone's thinking. What the fuck, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this even on?
Yeah. All right. You've done some incredible losers bracket runs in your career, but this has got to top it, right?
Oh yeah, but for sure, this is the best win, like from the losers bracket, probably all time, almost.
Yeah.
I gotta be the losers bracket king at this point, right? I gotta be the king of the losers bracket.
How proud of this squad are you, man?
Oh, I'm so proud, man. You know, we've been putting the hours in every day. Me, Kyler, Asum, and Pierce back at home, and then we picked up Spark because Pierce is unhealthy. Hope he's feeling better. And you know, we somehow pulled out a miracle. So I'm super proud of the guys. We've been fighting every day.
Absolutely.
And we're winners.
Congrats, man. Huke. Bro, I knew you were locked in the second you walked out on stage. Like, you look like the Undertaker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Were you feeling, you had to be feeling yourself, and you played incredible, man.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just really proud of everyone, man. We showed up. We really showed out. And, you know, this was for Big P. This was for Big P.
Spart, I don't even know where to begin.
I got no idea what the fuck to say right now.
Oh, just so you know,
fuck.
You're the new guy, so you're paying my fine too.
Bro, I just made my salary this week.
Well,
I made
also,
my salary this week.
Hey, just to let you know, you won MVP as well, pal.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys. I'm fucking mind blown. Hey, I just want to say thank you to my girlfriend and my mom for coming out here. It means the world to me. I appreciate y'all, for real. I appreciate all these guys for having faith in me too. I appreciate everybody, for real. This is crazy.
It was special. Now, Asim, I know whether it was personal life last year, you had stuff going on with family. I know it was an up and down year for you. Maybe a slow start to this year. But how you feeling? This is special.
I'm feeling on top of the world, man. This is just a feeling that I've never had before in my entire life. Dude, I've been trying for 3 whole years to win a championship, and to win it in front of Minnesota, oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Wait, hang on. I got my first ever league dub this week. I just wanted to say that though.
No.
My first ever dub in the league. I was like
also wanna say one
0-14
thing.
or some shit.
Shout
I
out
don't
to
know.
FaZe. They were great opponents. Shout out to the coaches, Crowder and RJ. They put me in this position. They helped me get into competitive Call of Duty. If it wasn't for those two, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So shout out to them.
You're a class act. You're a class act. Boys, congrats. One more time for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. They are your champs.
It's one of the best storylines that we've seen in all of esports in a long time. LAG last year weren't really the best team out there, but this year they had a facelift. Look at this squad. They come into this event with a last-minute substitute and Spart, your MVP, and they defeated the Atlanta FaZe.
I think that was 10 straight search and destroys that LAG just won.
The best.
Across their last 4 or 5 series. What is going on? this makes no sense, but
What the hell is going
that
on?
was the most tippable performance I have ever seen. Starting from the losers bracket with a substitute player to come in, have strats like that, and to beat Atlanta FaZe 5-2.
Call of Duty's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Let's go.
They can't fire us all.
No, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. That I'm fucking mind blown with Smart right underneath it, dude.
Hey, this whole event is really wrong, by the way. Major 2, I mean, who would have guessed it? Upset after upset, the tone was set from the beginning. And the thing is, at the end of the day, even when it comes to the MVP, yes, Spart definitely deserves it. But everybody on this roster, Nameless, stepped up in the biggest way possible. We talked about Nameless. Asim, Huke walked out there with the biggest confidence I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, and Huke was solid throughout this entire event. Literally the first series that they played, aSim and Huke underperformed. Yeah. Since then, they have been so consistent throughout, and you saw what Slasher and Spart were saying. They said they formed a plan around Spart, and it worked perfectly. That's why he was the guy getting all the kills, slaying, popping off, because they formed a plan around him. It worked immaculately. This team, man, they're going to be a problem going forward. And I think at this point, like, Spart's got to find a spot.
I mean, he's got his spot. He's got his spot.
Like, if Spart's in the CDL, we all leaving, all right?
I mean, this dude, look at this dude. I mean, that's ice cold. He is unfazed. That is wild.
A demon. Look at his arms.
Dude, that terrified me.
That's scary shit.
I was shook.
But like, what I was going to say there is that, like, Spart was, like, typical performance to bring that in there. But we were arguing in the green room because we didn't know who we could possibly give MVP to. A scene, for me, I said a scene, but I mean Spart because of the story has to be it, hasn't it? But every single player had their moments in that game. Slasher was crazy good in that final. It was Huke as well. All of them.
We gotta say
all of them.
Go.
Yo, it was like Capsidal shot his body after that. Like,
Game over. You know what? But the thing is, LAG, they're not walking away with just the trophy and all the bragging rights and all the glory. They're walking away with a whole lot of money. Let's go ahead and show the prize pool. Can you think of it? Spart just said, I just got my salary this week.
Yeah, he was getting the league min, right? And he just doubled that up, baby, with a win right here. And on top of that, he got the MVP as well. 200K. That's a lot of cash, man. Congratulations to the LAG. I mean, this is an organization from the start of the CDL that has been just basically down bad. They haven't been playing great whatsoever. And then they make this new roster coming into this year. They spent some money on it, and they were still underperforming. But then Spark comes in, and he was the spark that they need because, man, they dominated.
All right, now let's go ahead and check out the Scump play of the day, and it's all about Huke going crazy. Huke was just a demon this entire game, aLLeY, and we said it before the match started. If Huke and the scene pop off, this is on point, and take a look at this play.
The timing on this is the most insane I've ever seen. He doesn't even see the players jump over them. He didn't even know.
Can we talk about also, like, the change in Huke's gameplay, especially in Search and Destroy.
God.
There was a
Dude,
time
it's
where Huke was literally a detriment in Search and Destroy, like last year. And in this game now, he plays such ratty corners. He just stays still. He's just not as active, and it works so much better. He gives the information. Remember in that one round where the player was wrapping back and Huke catches him from that ready corner he was playing on Berlin? Spark catches him, kills him with the pistol. Those are the things that you need out of a player like Huke. When he can get pushed up into a favorable position to relay information, to make plays like that. That is annoying, and it gets in the opponent's heads, and that's why FaZe was playing so shook in Search and Destroy.
Yeah, right, and even seeing him on Kuavo with an AR, Huke is just built different. But you know who else is, aLLeY? It's gonna be the MVP Spark. Came in with the buff, he got his mom, he got his girl in the audience, and whoo, nobody was stopping him.
Slasher found his son, that's all he needed. He just needed his son on the roster. You know, Spark comes in, Slasher's like, I'm adjusting myself to you. He changes the meta, he fries all these teams, makes the losers bracket run with LAG. There's nothing bad you can say about this guy.
I mean, he was doing it with everything, but mostly the bulk, it has to be said.
The bulk supremacy, I believe
I mean, just to bring that out as
Yeah.
well. And the thing is, though, how much has he practiced with it? How much has he used that beforehand?
Wait.
No. What I was going to say is that he's done that, and maybe he's brought that in, and that's brought into a different level. Everybody else is like, oh, God, we probably should start using this, and maybe don't know exactly what they should be using on it, what the situational is for these. He seemed to know the exact times to using that weapon.
And I mean, yeah, he was pulling it out the right times, and he was firing with it, but even with the auto, it didn't matter what map he was in, what game mode he was in. He is impactful. He makes heads-up plays. The Desert Siege round in the round 11 where he wraps back, makes that huge play. Like, these are veteran plays that Sparta's making, especially in Search and Destroy, and that was the major difference, was how good he is at S&D. Yes, we could talk about the big maps he had in the respawn, the big control plays that he had, but Search and Destroy, a 1.27, and also at some point, it looked like he was calling plays for them in Search and Destroy in that Desert Siege. So, yes, that was the biggest impact. Spart, amazing addition to this team.
Let's go ahead and close out this desk. This is the end of the day, and that is it for the event. Nameless, man. This is the wildest land I have ever been to.
No doubt.
I've been to like 8 esports, man. I ain't seen shit like this in my life. So, what are your thoughts about this event?
I think that this was an incredible event. It's great for Call of Duty that now all these teams are competing. We had so many new organizations get into that top 3. I cannot wait till Major 3 qualifiers. This is going to be epic.
aLLeY, what are your thoughts?
I'm mind blown. There's nothing else I can say. I'm
Right.
mind blown. I need a drink, Billy.
Todd, you had a good time?
I've had a good time, but I know if I'm on anybody's blackjack table tonight at Slashers, that dude is going to be frying. There's no chance he's not. What an event, man.
You got that right. Ladies and gentlemen, first things first, I got to give a shout out to everybody a part of the Minnesota Rokkr organization. You all threw the craziest event I've ever been a part of in my life. But most importantly, we got to give a shout out to all of the competitors, and the championship team is going to be all about the Los Angeles Guerrillas with the biggest upset you have ever seen in your life, beating the Atlanta FaZe. And my question is, how far can this team go exactly? But you already know the deal. We got the qualifiers coming up for stage 3, and then we're going to Toronto for Major 3. You do not want to miss it. Let's see if Toronto Ultra can turn up, or if we can see more upset stories in the future. I can't wait. And listen, at the end of the day, we love Call of Duty. This is what we live for. I had a fantastic time. To all you viewers out there, we are nothing without you. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. You have a good night, and we'll catch you next time for some more CDL action.